Well, hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Loot, Die, Repeat, where a bunch of us Star Wars fans sit around, roll some dice, we laugh at each other, and we do a lot of collaborative storytelling known as Dungeons and
Star Trek
Dragons.
is better.
Stop
False.
making the Star Trek sign.
I actually like Star Trek too.
Better? It's okay.
Yeah.
Way
You
better.
people,
Sorry.
you people. Well, we appreciate you being here,
Chris Pine, right?
going on this journey with us as we tell this fun little story, which
I like this.
goes back over a year and a half now. And if you would like to catch any of the past episodes, you can go on YouTube. They're all up there, all of the 56 previous episodes. And of course, we would appreciate if you would consider subscribing to our YouTube channel, which is free. And watching here on Twitch, we would greatly appreciate any follows that you might give us, or if you were feeling particularly kind, subscribing. So thank you for those of you who are here with us watching. Now, please be active in the chat. We will be chatting away with you, those of us who are online and able to engage. And it's always a fun time to laugh with you as you laugh at us. So we like to laugh at ourselves. There are several chat commands that you can type in. ! Commands will tell you all of the different commands available. And there's some fun little games and experience, and you can get a recap of the past episode, all those things through those commands. We also would love for you to participate in the game with us. And the way that you can do that is through cheering bits. And so for 100 bits, you can give disadvantage to any player, advantage to any player at the table. For 500 bits, you could do disadvantage to the Dungeon Master, or for a new subscription, can also do a disadvantage to the Dungeon Master.
That's new.
That's
you, right?
That
Love
is
it.
me.
We like
yeah,
that one.
Yeah, the players like that one. And for 1,000 bits, you can purchase a minor healing potion, which will materialize in the world around them that they can find and utilize, likely in a very deadly situation. So these are several ways that you can affect the game as you watch, and perhaps give a little bit of a boost to the players, or to the DM as well. All right. Well, I believe that is everything that we got going on here, and so we, without further ado, after having missed for the last 2 episodes, but now back,
Yes.
and as lyrically spry as ever,
Even more spry.
even more
After my
spry.
time away.
Matthew, would you please give us our theme
As long as
song?
we all sing along.
All right. I'm gonna find my paper.
Yeah.
We are the winners and the strong. We're the losers who don't belong. And we'll press on until this journey ends. 'Cause there's a goal that we're after. And there are tears, blood, and laughter waiting for us just around the bend. We seek vengeance and we seek glory. So come listen to our story. Come walk with us and we'll call you our friends.
Ah, humbug.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Well done.
So next week, are you only going to do Christmas renditions of songs?
That would be a very
Renditions.
cool episode.
That would be. I mean, next week is Christmas.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah, it is.
It is,
next week.
yes.
It is.
Next week, by the way, we're going to be playing live on Monday night. So
That'd be so much
Monday, the 23rd, and we're hoping that all of our players can make it, since we're not going to be able to play on Christmas Eve. But yeah. All right. So, without further ado, let us have a recap of what has gone before. And so, the Revengers, our party of lovable adventurers, solved the quest given to them by the Raven Queen, leading them into the Mare of Dead Men to sunder and burn the Tree of Lamentations, which was corrupting a former temple of Shantea deep in the heart of the deathly swamp. And as the party defeated the two guardians, they also found the farmer, the jackaroo, that was tending to the tree and had been chained there, kept there, alive against his wishes for hundreds of years by a evil creature named Conchasa that had given him the curse of life, meaning that he could not die, or rather he could not stay dead. And as they set him free, though in the process shocked him to death, they made a promise to his daughter, or rather the ghostly apparition of his daughter Heather, and Morthos, who, having had the heartstrings pulled, agreed that they would bring her father back in sound mind so that she could watch the sunrise with him as he had promised all those years ago. So making their way to the north to the Ice Spire Peaks, well, rather on the way through to the Ice Spire Peaks where they believe their next destination lie, they came across the ruins of Lylon, a town which had been destroyed some 200 years ago by some cataclysmic event. And there, as they met Captain Naruleth, a elvish male who was overseeing the comings and goings to the ruins, they were told to move along, but not before a bookish human named Gallio Elibro sought their assistance in reclaiming the ancient wizard's tower known as the House of Thalavar, which apparently had an object of great power that had malfunctioned and was part, at least it was believed to be part of the contribution to the calamity that befell the city, this town. And this planar beacon which Thalavar had utilized to capture and study creatures, it was Gallio's, or rather Gal as he was short nicknamed, asked that the players assist him in retaking the tower, stabilizing this beacon so that he could continue the studies that had gone on there so long ago. Agreeing to this task, the party made their way past the undead denizens of Lylon into the tower and made their way up the endless stairs. Meanwhile, Jaga, their hobgoblin samurai, and Kildrick, their dwarvish bard, had been hopped away as and Zeus as well, had been hopped away by the necklace which Kildrick wore that had, at that moment back in the Mare of Dead Men, malfunctioned or went off. They don't quite know why it happens, and sent them hurtling through the plains to a place unknown. And it is here that we pick up our episode tonight. And so, Jaga and Kildrick, as space and time bends around you, you find yourselves, as you apparate in the midst of a maelstrom. The wind and the rain and pebbles, they all rage against your skin as you immediately feel yourself free falling. And you look around and there are flashes of lightning, and there are storms of fire, and there are massive ice mountains that just seem to be floating in this massive milieu of chaos. It's more than just the elements, however. There is a giant stone below you that is seemingly glowing with a dull gray light. And as the bags are crumpled around you,
It's a storm. Raging.
you see giant clouds of gas, and you see free floating streams of water and liquid. You see entire landscapes which seem to materialize and then dematerialize, as there are trees and then mountains and streams and deserts and then nothing. You find your feet very quickly on a bit of stone that seems to be almost a comet through this maelstrom that you happen to intersect with for a moment. And you catch yourselves as you look around. Is there any conversation you wish to have?
What new hell is this? Where are we?
I couldn't see anything.
Where's everyone
All I
else?
see is the rain.
Zeus, do you know where everyone else went? Do you know where we are?
So, do you have any idea?
Huh, can't say that I do, but it's
Oh, it smells
awful.
like wet dog
Ah!
in here too. Oh.
Guys, what is happening?
And as he's saying this to you, Kildrick, in your mind, you can't quite understand. You hear growls and barks. Your feet begin to shake and shudder as the stone beneath you begins to give way. I need each of you to roll athletics checks to see if you can maintain your balance on this crumbling rock.
16.
Oh, it was cocked and I moved it over to a 1.
Well, if it
Reroll
was,
it.
if it was
Reroll
cocked,
it.
you can
Yeah, It
re-roll.
was supposed to be a 16. Alright, that's a 9 plus 2, so 11.
11. And for Zeus?
Okay, let me roll those two. His athletics is pretty high, I believe.
Yeah.
Let me pull his up.
Yeah, he's more athletic than you are.
Yeah, he is. Pulling him up. Sorry, I didn't have him pulled up. For Zeus.
What was
his
on the die?
athletics, It was a 6, and his athletics is +8, so
13.
13.
Okay, so as Kildrick, the
Okay,
rock
14.
begins to split underneath you, you jump with the break, and you are able to maintain your balance. Zeus and Kildrick, you try to leap, but your little dwarf legs are unable to carry you
Grab
the
my
distance.
Can I make a grab for him?
And you don't even make it far enough to get to the stable portion,
Alright, I'll
and the
leave.
ground crumbles beneath you. As Zeus goes to jump and sees you faltering, he stops and goes to pick you up underneath him as the rock falls out beneath him as well.
Yeah, his best friend.
And both of them disappear from your sight as they begin tumbling down, now separated from the necklace that brought you here, not having one of your own. A moment later, the rock about below you again begins to shift, and this time there is no place to jump as you begin falling as well, and you roll a perception check.
15.
And you see out of the peripheral of your eye, in the light of a bolt of lightning that streaks through this maelstrom, you see Kildrick and Zeus kind of hurtling towards the large gray black, almost obsidian stone that seems to be monolithically centered, and they're hurtling directly towards it. You have just enough energy to determine to go towards them or somewhere. There's other places where you think you can find.
No, I would try to guide myself towards them.
And so you jump off yourself, hurtling towards this monolithic obsidian stone, both approaching from different angles. And as you approach, you pass through the gray kind of aura which surrounds this stone, and immediately, with a sickening reversal of your stomach, you feel the gravity shift, and instead of you in feeling like you're in kind of a zero gravity, almost free fall, you feel yourself pulled towards the stone itself, and you each land with a thud in a black sand, which breaks your fall, and really there is no pain as you're able to land with a thud. I need each of you to roll perception checks.
10.
Twelve.
So, where do we go from here? Ha!
He says to you as you're kind of riding him.
Oh, I'm just as lost as you there, friend.
Well, do you see there?
Is there any way we can get this necklace to take us back there?
Hell if I know! Ha!
You've seen it in action before I ever saw it. You know if there's any way?
Well, I think they used some sort of liquid to activate it, but it was that orb in the metal man's chest that did it. And unfortunately, have that we do not. Ha!
Maybe if you rub it and wish on it.
You are not near it.
Okay. Maybe if you rub it.
Is that a wraith? He starts to try and just rub the necklace. Take me back. John is lost.
Nothing happens, but you do begin to see some wisps that swirl up around you.
Like the willow wisps?
No, like shadowy wisps that are reminiscent of the shadows that were in the ruins of the Dark Lady. And Zeus kind of sees them as well.
Should we move forward or stand our ground?
We should get out of here. He slaps him on the butt.
Ha ha!
Run, steed!
Don't have to tell me twice.
And he just begins taking off. And as you kind of pierce through the mist and the shadow, the wisps all part around you, but you feel this sense of being watched as you go. Jaga, you land, and there are jagged stones about you, and there look to be almost cave-like structures around. You look around and you see no sign of Kildrick and Zeus anywhere. And you too see these wispy, shadowy. It looks to be. There's an arm, then it's gone, and a face, and then it's gone. Is that a form of a man, and then it's gone. Nothing that is material for very long, but you feel that same sense of being watched as you go.
First, I would pick up some of the black sand and take a look at it, see if I can. I've never seen anything like this before.
Roll a nature check.
That's a 2.
It is black sand.
Is it rolling for Ruth?
If
This
this
is what
is
you
an
get for
indication of
I
things to
know.
come, we're all dead.
Let's see. So I will make my way towards the nearest cave. Do I see any or hear any sound from it, or light, or any activity?
You hear the maelstrom around you, but it is duller than it was when you were in it.
Okay.
As if whatever gravitational pull you made your way through, whatever essence of grayish, blackish light is that you have fallen within it, it almost holds the chaos at bay.
Do I see any footprints or anything in the sand?
You do not,
Okay.
other than your own.
Only one set. These are being carried.
Jesus was with you the whole time.
As you make your way to the cave, roll perception.
Christian jokes.
Nailed it.
It's
a 13. We lost a subscription.
Every Christian mom is currently sharing that.
You see nothing other than the darkness of the cave with no light. But you hear what you think are whispers coming from the cave.
Who goes there?
No response.
I go further.
The whispers get louder.
Do I hear them say my name?
You do.
Do I recognize their voice?
The voices go in and out and are high and low, but there is distinctly goblinoid cadence to them.
How do you know me? Where am I?
As you call out, and just on the edge of where your dark vision would end, you see materialize before you 3 figures. You can't see any color, it's purely black and white. And as you look, you see the visage of 2 small goblins, one that is pierced through with an arrow through its head, one that is cleaved through the stomach, and one that has a hobgoblin with its face just bashed in. And you recognize these 3 as Melk, Rezga, and Gelfu, members of the Myokin clan, kin within the Dripping Caves.
Is the arrow sticking through his head? Like just for visual.
It is. You recognize it as an arrow of one of the warriors that you fought in that cave.
Shaga. Gelfu. Melk. Rezga. Am I dead? Did I finally... Am I allowed to cross over?
They disappear, and for a moment you think they've left you, and then immediately they reappear, all 3 surrounding you on either side. Shaga, you not dead.
Then... Why am I here? Why am I seeing you?
Questions we have as well. Help you can provide.
Help.
Trapped we are in limbo.
So you did not make it to the eternal battle in Acheron.
Naglubiet rejects us, forsaken for the trickery for which we fell.
This sucks.
Consequences to action.
I thought it was clever.
It was.
It was.
It's just now gonna bite us in the ass.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't there, so.
I don't know who these people are.
A Nilbog brought me back, however. Why am I the only one? Why do you suffer here? Is this my fate when I die?
Another speaks up. No, not we do. Help you can. Help. Help. And the three of them just start kind of chanting that. Help!
What do you want me to do?
Help!
What can I do?
They go silent.
Come back. Magoubliette, show yourself. How can you just leave them here? They served you well. Answer me.
As Jaga is yelling into the cave,
Kotuk's trying to use his voice in every direction to use his message to try and get his voice heard.
okay?
Some whispering it.
Bastard.
As you're sending your message spell out, and you're kind of looking around, all of a sudden you feel Zeus stop in his tracks.
What
Are you seeing this?
Seeing what?
And as you snap forward, there in front of you appears the visage of a dwarf with a long beard, with close together beady eyes, that has a drum in one hand that he's just kind of slowly pattering. He cocks his head, and as he does, you see that there is a slit that goes straight through his neck. You immediately recognize him as your former master, Thorig Branross.
Dad.
Ha! Lad, what the hell are you doing here?
Where is here? I've been looking for you all over. Oh, what happened to you? What happened to your neck?
Well, I quite literally lost my head. Though I welcomed it. Just didn't expect to end up here.
They,
I thought I'd pass to Moradin's Rest.
my friends didn't tell me you.
Your friends? Well, Eli set me free. And my friend over here,
And he kind of cocks his head, and you look up, and you just see very briefly the visage of a minotaur's head that disappears immediately again into the shadows.
Wait, what's happening? You
Boyle.
have to be alive.
Oh no, I'm dead, but my soul hasn't passed on.
Am
I'm
I
trapped here.
am I dead?
No. I reckon it's that necklace.
Where is this place?
Well, best we can gather from the souls that have been trapped here. This is Limbo, one of the planes.
We gotta get out of here.
Good luck.
Well, perhaps you can.
What do you mean? I've got to take you with me. My training's not complete.
Aye. It's not. You're not ready.
There's gotta be some way to sew you back up or something.
I wish. I'm just a shade. Just a reflection.
Wait, they didn't tell me you were dead.
Oh, I'm dead.
How did you die?
Well, Eli took my head.
They were joking.
He always were a optimistic sort. It wasn't his fault. If he didn't take my head, I would have taken his.
He's a grumpy old bastard.
You know, he did me a favor. I just thought that I'd be able to find the rest of Moradin. Not be trapped here. There's something wrong. This curse extends beyond life and death.
How do I set you free?
Help Eli.
We'll
Help
be able
him.
to set you free from this place?
Help him break the curse for us all.
He knows how?
Don't know.
Tell me how, and I'll do it.
Get stronger.
gauntlets. They didn't do anything to me. I'm still so weak.
Yes, you are, you pansy.
I can't even hurt myself.
Train, sing, grow, find other objects of power. Help him to break the curse.
You gotta help me get out of here so I can do it. You know nothing?
Hell if I know.
You always knew the answer to everything when you were alive.
That's because I was full of shite. I made it up.
What are you talking about?
And you
You taught me
pretend.
everything I know.
Son, there's a confidence that comes with being a bullshiter. Learn it, and you'll be better off.
So you know, they always told me that you didn't like me and all these kind of things, and it's not true, right? Can you just tell me that? I was your best student. You told me that.
It's not true.
I knew it wasn't true that you didn't like me. I knew you liked me.
Always. You're my favourite.
Thank you. That really sets me at ease.
I'm glad.
Alright, I'll get out of here and I'll set you free.
Aye,
And so that's what you want from your best student, right?
aye, for sure.
Right. So just let's get out of here.
So, you'll be going then?
Yeah. Should we go into the mist or into
I
the mist?
think there's another live one back in the caves. That's what the whispers are saying.
Samurai looking dude.
I haven't seen him. They just said that there's fresh blood.
Can you point me there?
Aye.
Thank you. And I'll remember what you told me. I'm gonna practice my bullshitting
Yes.
as soon as I get back.
Remember, boy, I love you.
And may you always have. I love you too, Dad.
Come here, son.
She just passes through him.
Kind of plays on his drum, little ditty. One final jam before we go, eh? What do you say? I'll follow your lead.
That sounds good. That sounds good. It's a song you always played,
Is it in sync?
and it's fitting here.
Yes.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seed while I was sleeping. And the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
Aye. Silence. It's good to talk to you, boy.
You've always told me to be more quiet.
Well,
Bullshit.
so there's a place to talk and listen and learn and grow and fight. Learn them all. And the proper time will show itself ripe for the picking. Am I making any sense?
No, but I'm receiving it in my heart.
That, my friend, is the art of bullshiting.
Now where's this cave at?
There.
I'll go there then. Thank you.
Fairly well. So you continue on. As you, Jaga, are yelling out to Maglubiet, roll a perception check.
13.
You hear something behind you from outside the cave. There's a rumbling, a giant crashing sound,
That's what it sounds like.
and then footsteps behind you.
quickly turn around with my hand on my sword.
As you look into the mists and the swirling clouds of vaporous gas, you see a giant form before you.
It's me.
As you've been calling out to Maglubiet.
You finally answered me.
All you hear in response is humming. Seven little, eight little, nine little shades, all stuck here today. Hey you, Abagabalin man, what's going on, you know? As the mists part and you see a giant stone and steel edifice of a man, woman, robot, mechanical construct. You've not seen him before, but you've heard from Eli and from Sola someone like him described helping them.
I know about hold though, don't I?
You do know about Hold, and he very much resembles Hold, though different, larger.
Do you know of a Hold? Any relation?
Oh yeah, the Hold guy, yeah, he's back to work, doing his thing. He's given a task that befits his low intelligence, in his impulsive ways. Perhaps one day he'll be able to move up if the divines deem it a thing, No disrespecting, okay? So anyway, you are like, what do they say? Like, up a stream without a banana or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
So like that little elf guy with the necklace who poofed away. I don't know his name, but we had to like save him too. And so anyway, I have his necklace here, and you need it more than he does now. Okay, so like here you go. And he kind of holds out to you one of the Hopper necklaces.
That will get me out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna help to get you out of here, cause it was kind of like, giving me the task to shepherd you guys to your fates, or something like that,
Where is the dwarf that I came with and the dog?
Oh yeah, he's coming. He had to talk to like some guy or something, I don't know. Some important conversation for his soul, to encourage him to keep on fighting and getting stronger or something like this.
More specters?
He's a slappy if you ask me, but that's okay. It's not my opinion that counts.
Well, you seem like you know where we are.
Oh yeah, this is not a fun place. It's kind of like a maelstrom of chaos and disorders. It's known as limbo, but things aren't right here, and it's like not supposed to be a big black rock in the middle, that's kind of like sucking up the souls of the departed and stuff. The Raven Queen kind of has issue with it, so we're trying to fix that for her, and like Tyr says it's like all unjust and stuff, okay. And Pelor's like, yeah, they need to be able to move on because the light of the truth must guide them and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, you big godly guys and gals. So here I am, the little beach, just walking around, doing the thing, like they all said, no disrespect, okay, like.
So what would we do?
Win. Fight. Don't die.
Against who?
And
What is this about?
You see, I'm stammering. You know why? It's because there's divine stuff that protects my tongue from saying what I can't say. So apparently, I can't tell you that.
Yes, you are a fountain of information. But I will take that necklace.
It's all yours, and so I think like my job's done now. Any final questions? Okay, goodbye. And you see him kind of tap his chest, and the orb that is just like the one that is in Eli's book glows greenish gold, and he just flashes out as time and space bends around him and his form is gone. As he disappears, you hear in your mind, Shaga!
More voices.
You hear the response, more voices.
That's him. Zeus, we're getting close. All speed ahead, boy.
Ha! Let's find him! Get out of here!
Chaka,
You hear again.
where are you, you daft bastard?
I'm standing by some caves. Make way, cause I have a necklace to get us out of here.
All I see is mist around me. I don't know where to find you.
It seems like you're heading in the right direction. Just keep going that way.
Zeus, keep going straight.
And after a couple of minutes, you kind of see the outlines of what look to be dark stone constructs, and as you continue, you find Jaga standing at the mouth of a cave, holding a necklace, looking back in the cave contemplatively, and then looking up at you, kind of gives you a nod as you find him.
It seems like a place where souls are getting stuck. I've run into some kin of mine that passed, and they can't move on to the next plane.
I had a similar experience with my former master. He was dead.
What happened to him? Why is he here?
Eli killed him. He told me that, but I thought he was messing with me. But he was serious. He was like, he's the bullshitter now. Anyways, I'm glad I found you. Let's get out of here.
Agreed. But what will you do once you see Eli again? You must have had a reason to do it.
Honestly, my master was not the nicest guy. Probably had a good reason for doing it. I'll probably not talk to him for like a couple hours. Other than that, nothing really. I miss him, sort of.
You're a man of reason, Kildrick. Shall we make our way?
Let's do it.
How does this thing work anyway? I've never had to use it.
I think we need to embrace with the
Hold hands.
locket between us.
I must say, with your stature, it's gonna be quite uncomfortable. Maybe we could do like a side hug.
If you just lift me into the air.
That will do.
I must warn you though, us dwarves are rather dense. It's quite heavy.
You can't poof back till the DM gets here.
You just hold each other.
I rolled a 16, so I lift you up and I twirl.
Dirty dancing style?
Needs a few more minutes.
Yeah, sing the Dirty Dancing.
In the midst of you picking him up and twirling,
That's how they come
and
back.
twirling with holding Zeus above your head with Kildrick the dwarf on top of him. Twirling.
You hear one, two.
There is a flash of light. By golly, it worked! As you appear on a platform.
Magic of friendship.
You appear on a platform with Yanni peering into and Wolfram peering into what looks to be a closed door at the top of a spiral staircase. You see them all of a sudden materialize in front of you, and he's twirling.
Push me
Zeus.
down. What are you doing?
Time of my life. Oh,
I saw a play like that once.
No man's baby in the corner.
Listen, if you're surrounded by wraiths, any contact is good contact, alright?
It appears that we have returned.
We're in an unknown tower. You tell us the story of your adventures later.
What new hell is this? why are we in a tower?
Just get your weapons out. We're going in soon.
We didn't leave Zeus, right? Like, he's with us?
He's on the way.
Okay, good.
We're riding him still.
Okay, good. He was lifting me and Zeus is up there too, somehow. Okay.
Did you even bother to look for us? How long have we been gone? Kildrick, I don't think they care. Zola,
Oh, a couple days.
Hey,
I swore my life to you.
Hey, guess what? Eli,
Yeah.
I ran into somebody down there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, who?
my former
Wait,
master.
time out. Where were you?
I don't know. I was in limbo.
You were doing the limbo?
Limbo.
Yes.
You
It's
were-
rather easy if you have my stature.
I've never won.
You were in limbo and you saw Thorig.
Yes.
As he's telling you this, I'm standing
He
standing
says
behind him like this.
hello.
What?
He says hello, you monster.
What did you do, Eli?
I told you I cut his head off.
I thought you were joking about that.
It's not a turn of phrase. Why would I joke about that?
You said he
You're a
lost his
sick-
head.
You're a sick man.
How am I sick, man?
Oh, the word we're using is abomination now.
Hey, screw you.
Oh, you got it.
I thought we said we were gonna use like epic horror or something.
I thought
like
you
that.
meant that he lost his head, like he was
What?
like he went crazy.
In
Did.
he did.
But he literally chopped his head off.
It was like, you know when you say one thing and it means two things at the same time? It was that.
Double entendre.
Yeah, except it wasn't sexual.
But sexual.
While they're talking, I'd like to try and listen to see if I can hear anything.
We're ready to breach a door.
Through the wall in the door.
We'll talk more later. We've got bad guys
Yeah,
to
you
kill.
bet your sweet ass. We'll talk later.
It is pretty nice. But all right.
Your silent treatment didn't work.
Friends talk things out.
And
Friends don't cut friends head off.
Sometimes you have
Confused
to.
myself.
Well,
so-
there's a portal releasing fiends all over this city.
And there's this weird nerdy dude over here.
Hey, Cal, say hi.
Yes, these people.
I said say hi.
were-
Just say hi.
Hi.
There he is.
That's all you need
As
to
you
know.
hear this invisibly spoken
Oh, yes.
voice appear
He is
from behind you.
invisible. I see you guys looking around like, where did that come from?
He's one of the wizard types.
To be clear, I am the leader of this party.
Oh, then by all means, go first.
No, I mean, leaders must lead and give direction, and I'm not saying that I am leading in terms of like a superior way. Let me be perfectly clear. I am simply leading this expedition.
Have you ever heard of a coup?
tower.
Have you ever heard of a coup before? You know what happens to leaders in a coup?
What's behind this door?
I am assuming the studies of Thalabar.
So, fiends?
Perhaps.
Can I hear anything through the door?
Roll a perception check.
Come on, baby.
Come on, 36.
36. Well, that's my passive.
That's your-
21.
That's the floor is a 36.
Hey, I can track fiends if you'd like me to.
Well, I don't know if I hear anything right now.
And in fact, you do hear nothing. Though the door is solid oak, you see no light emanating from behind.
It would be a shame to bust it down.
There is a lock on it, and you see obviously nothing beyond. It is shut tight.
Does anyone know what to expect here?
What are we doing
Would
here,
you like
friend?
me to try to track fiends and see if I can feel them?
But why not?
Okay.
But if this is like a portal like it was at our house, would you be able to track it in its own pocket dimension?
Too late. I'm already focusing.
Oops.
Hey, didn't you say you got some new powers?
I do have.
You
25
sense no fiends.
Alright, we need to know what's
Alright,
gonna happen.
no
So
fees,
I will.
good thought.
Wait, you hold on.
Whoa.
I'll activate my eyes by holding my temples like this, and then I'll open them. And I'm not sure what color, or if they turn colors, but I'm
They
sure.
do.
Periwinkle.
His eyes, the pupils of his eyes have disappeared. His eyes are sheer
that's creepy.
white as
Whoa.
he looks forth, and as you do so, utilizing the new skill that
Can't
your
see.
patron has given you, you now see
See through your clothes too, guys. Just saying.
you now see through any
Dwarven steel.
obstructing
Bullshit.
You're learning.
any obstructing walls, doors, and you see beyond into a room.
Yes. I see more. I see more. Give me a second.
Your eyes are weird.
I can see through the wall.
I think he's sundowning. I think he's high.
So you see through the walls, you see several rows of bookcases with books in them.
Where are we?
You are here.
Okay.
Pretend that this is a platform
Yep.
that you are on.
Can't do it.
Can't imagine that much.
As you enter into the top of this tower, and you see that there's another set of doors immediately inside that is closed. There is a small staircase that goes up. You see there are curtains about with chairs that are all strewn about, but this looks to be a place of study. And you see situated about
This is the handiest skill.
I know, right?
This is like cheating almost.
Same with flying.
crouched up against the walls in the shadows.
400 creatures.
Ooh, I feel the fight coming up.
Oh, guys, guys,
You see
they're showing up.
several different goblinoid creatures. Roll a history check, please.
Can we kill goblins?
We're going to.
6.
Are you allowed to kill goblins?
You don't know what type of goblinoid creatures they are, though based off of what Captain Naruleth told you, that goblinoid creatures had flooded through the city the previous evening that they slew. You get the sense that these are the same types of creatures that they would have faced. They are all very, very well hidden, and if it were not for the enhanced perception that your patron has given you, you are most certainly would not see them, as they are in ways kind of impossibly contorted in the ceilings and in the walls, as if they're waiting for an ambush.
Oh, well, there are creatures waiting for us.
How many do you see?
Looks like 6.
Do they look decked out in armor and shields and
So
magic?
the 5 that are around the outside look to be armored, though not heavily armored. The one in the center seems to be the most heavily armored and seems to have the biggest bulk to him.
Okay.
Well, should I start this fight off now?
Well,
What
what are we
do you mean
facing?
by that?
Yeah, what are we facing?
Well,
does that mean?
there are 6 creatures in there. The same ones that the guards were fighting.
Goblins?
Similar.
Okay.
Goblins.
Goids. Goblinoids.
I'm a goblinoid.
Mhm.
Are they like me?
They do not look like you, no.
Do you think
Roll.
you'll be able to?
Sorry, Jaga, go ahead and roll a. No, you would know. I don't need to roll anything. There are goblins, and then the next step up is bugbears, which are more furry and lanky. And then you are the pinnacle of goblinoid species, the hobgoblins.
Correct.
Yes,
Pinnacle.
pinnacle.
Apex goblin.
Apex goblin.
Do you think you could perhaps reason with them?
Why are you holding your tongue, Wolfram?
Well, I already hurt people's feelings by calling them abominations. I didn't want to hurt yours. You've done nothing to me incorrectly.
But if there's...
They're gonna kill us, that's all I know.
Why are they here?
Well, let me open the door and find out.
Could you?
I'll open it for you.
Wait. I have a plan. Give me 1 second. Or 6 seconds.
And I will, as I'm gazing in, do some
Why don't you send your bird in
verbal and somatic components and call out and say,
You know what I want, just do it.
and a greenish light will drop in the middle of the room and spread out, filling it with sickening radiance. Centered on the boss guy in the middle.
I'm gonna give him a chance to reason with them.
And so they're all lit up, and if there was anything else and they're not lit up, it is currently lit up.
And so everything is lit up with the
Oh, not yet, I guess. We determined.
with the essence of this sickening radiance as this pale greenish light coats their skin. You see them immediately fall out of their hiding places and perches, kind of clutching at their chest and their heart as if they are having a heart attack. And they all need to roll Constitution saves. Seeing as we're not technically in combat, I'm just going to say that it happens on their turn immediately. So
Sweet.
the big boss man,
Is it considered a surprise attack though?
It doesn't matter.
it is not because it's a spell, but your DC is
Although the ones that fell, they technically moved in the radiance. Go ahead. 16.
okay. So the first is a 10. The boss man fails.
Yeah.
11. We're just gonna go counterclockwise here. So fail. That is a 14.
Fail.
Fail. Natural 1.
Fail.
Natural 2. And an 18.
Oh, he passed.
So he passed. All the others fail. What's the damage?
Oh, so the other 4 get 40, 10.
Oh.
Is this like you can use this whenever you want? That's a
23 radiant damage. And they also they light up in that green light, and they have 1 level of exhaustion, so they have disadvantage on ability.
So you see 4 of them fall, and this one, these two both kind of,
home.
these two both kind of clutch at their heart.
Oh.
He tries to get out of the radiance, moves towards the stairs. This one disappears up the stairs.
The boss does?
The big guy, yeah.
Ah.
23, you said? Okay.
Yeah.
1 level of exhaustion.
That doesn't go away for 10 minutes.
Okay.
Until I lose concentration.
And so, a moment goes by, and the bugbear is approaching the door to try to break its way out. And goes, and he's fumbling and unlock. You hear this on the other side now, all of you, as he unlocks, and he has to make another save.
Is it a new turn?
It is a new turn.
Yep.
That is a 13.
Fail.
Okay. And he unlocks the door and opens it. Yanni, you are standing there ready to make your attack. And as you do, he falls down dead in front of you. as you
An own goal, closest offensive player.
I get the count.
as you see that his body just collapse, and you see this pale green yellow light beginning to just kind of eat away at his skin.
What?
You're cackling.
Hey,
What did you
Birdman,
do?
What did you do?
It worked!
I run up to the bugbear and I try to like slap
How
him.
does it work? Could you
Did you run into it?
he ran into it.
Yep. You have to make
Please
a
make a
Constitution
Constitution.
Wait!
No, I ran up to it.
Hey,
Don't get in the light, okay? It did some damage to some guys, and
7.
So how much damage on the 4d10?
Great. 19. 19 radiant damage. And you have disadvantage on ability checks.
I
What
pick.
did you just
I
do?
instantly pick up Wolfram by his cloak and say, "Next time, warn us!" And I slam him down.
I wasn't expecting the door to open.
I thought we were gonna try to reason with them, not just kill them.
It's not the way we do things.
What are you talking
A
about?
little heads up. Just a
Goblin.
little heads up.
They were ready to kill us.
They're probably just trying to get back home.
Ugh, I'm so sick of your save everybody.
I'm so
This
sick of
is
your kill everybody.
This is ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
So how long do we have to wait before
I'm
we go
dropping
in?
a spell in the next room too.
I end my concentration, I walk in.
All right, you see the pale yellow
I kick
light
him. I kick him as he goes in.
dissipate.
the door.
Are you trying to do it with?
No, just
With
enough
Irv?
for him to like
Just a
get through
little
the door
nudge.
first.
So you
and
kind of just got
Another-
him in the
just-
posterior.
That's how
area.
Morthos died too, I think.
letting him know that.
Shazam fell all
I'd
over.
like you to roll an attack on me.
What do you mean that's something?
Nat 20.
I think he was.
It would
got
be
hit.
It's gonna hit.
A 21.
That hits. What do you do? 1 damage?
It's unarmed, so it's just 5.
Oh, just 5. Why is it 5? You have special unarmed strikes?
No.
That's his strength modifier.
And me and Morthos are in the back right now, looking at each other, going, "What?
We are surrounded by a bunch of idiots.
What the hell just happened?
I tried to help the group out and clear a room we wouldn't have to
You
deal
hurt
with.
my dragon.
He hurt his damn self.
Excuse me, I think this is an opportunity for me to assert some of my leadership skills and prerogatives.
Oh, shut up.
Oh,
I turn into Nevermore and I turn into Nevermore and I fly into the room.
Well, I
read
solved
studies.
that then. Thank you for
thought we had a good
abiding
thing
by
going.
the
How are we
rule of
gonna
law.
look to you for leadership if we can't even look to you?"
Follow the soothing sound of my voice.
Gal, can you please go in there and tell us what room this is?
But of course, I'll follow you.
Alright, so I go in after.
And you kind of feel right behind you an invisible presence. So you guys walk in.
Can I?
Rebel.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanna fart really loudly.
Good God, man! What did you eat?
I had a wizard for breakfast.
That is most disconcerting.
What is going on? Is the bugbear wearing anything, like any kind of insignia or?
They have a clan mark, which you do not recognize as anything from the Sword Coast.
Okay.
As you enter in, you hear Gaul speak up.
Well, clearly this was the study, and it appears there is something above us.
And you look up, and several feet above, like 40 feet above, there is an opening that appears to kind of, and you see light. So there seems to be a 40-foot rise that goes up around this rectangular area here, and you see what looks to be another floor above with glowing light. You see the stairs here that go up, and they're, apart from scaling this central column, almost like a 40-foot shaft that is 15 feet by 30 feet. The stairs look to be the other way up.
Roll for them. I thought you said there were 6. I didn't see 5.
He's a
Stupid bird.
I'll be flying around specifically looking
I'd like
for
to investigate
scrolls.
the 5 that are on the ground.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your investigation.
22.
You find that there is no coin on any of them. The weapons and armor is very crude and designed to
About
be wielded
anything that
by a
would
bugbear.
Tell me where they came from.
You see an insignia that is on each of their armor, but nothing that you recognize.
Can we do? Is there a way to do like a history check on it, or is it just?
It
you're
is.
not
It
gonna
is
know
not possible because it does not originate to this plane.
Do we know that?
You do not.
I'm looking on shelves and research for scrolls.
So as you look around, you see that there really is nothing left in its in a condition that is fit to read. It looks like this room has been ransacked many times over. Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh, there's the restoration spell.
18.
While you search underneath one of the broken and tossed desks, you do find a small orb which stands out as something that is intact and perhaps could be something of value.
Do I see the bird doing this? I call at it. And I back away.
Okay, so Yanni, you go over and you see this.
And I will transform out of bird mode.
Okay.
I say, Yanni, there's nothing in here but this, and it wasn't hidden that well. Be careful!
And I back all the way up to the stairway.
I'm sure it's fine.
This looks like.
You have no idea what it is, other than a clear orb with a etched eye in the center.
Anyone want to take a look? I don't know what it is. You found it.
I'll perform the ritual detect magic real quick and see if I learn anything.
Because
Take this as a peace offering between us. I didn't mean to hurt you that bad. You just kind of did a jerk thing and hurt my dragon fighting buddy.
This groove makes no sense anymore.
So as you have attuned to Vincent's book,
You killed my bird anyway.
That was on accident.
Right, and so
you
was that.
You were okay with it too.
Giant.
You were okay with it. You said so.
you
Doesn't matter.
determine that this
I'll
is...
pick him up and hug him.
No. Get off of me. I'm taking.
I hold it. I just hold it.
You guys are really, really weird.
I'm forgetting he exists. What's his name?
Well, there's magic on this, but I don't know divination magic. That's all I know right now.
Well, having performed you did detect magic or identify?
Well, after detect magic, I would do identify.
Okay.
Well, now I know what it is. I forgot.
Well, that would take an hour to cast.
Is that what the regular cast time is?
Yeah.
That's silly.
As a
Why
ritual,
is
it's
that
an hour and 10 minutes.
That is silly.
Should we put it in one of these fancy bags?
Do you want to put it in my bag of holding and we'll identify it later?
No, identify as a minute.
Oh, well then it would
With,
take
with his book.
so I thought the cast time was an hour. Okay.
That was
Find
the-
familiar is.
It's
Find familiar.
and it's an hour if you want to attune to an item and learn its properties without casting identify. So you learn exactly what it is.
What do you got?
What is this, you
What
old
is it?
bastard? What is it?
It's like a It's like a super searcher.
What?
Eli, you have a few books you might like to use that on.
An all-seeing eye.
Like a microfiche?
What's that?
Wolfram.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Wolfram.
so you can think of a
All
word
right.
and find it in writing.
Did you not say there were 6 in this room? I only find 5.
Oh yeah, he ran up the stairs.
Do not
was
think
it?
that was a pertinent thing to tell us.
Not yet. We haven't gone upstairs.
I
Besides, you're all being dicks right now. Just cleared the whole
I
room.
just gave you the magic thing.
He could be getting his friends to come back down the stairs.
do I see like are there
Bring it.
levels like are
It just seems to be a shaft that goes straight up.
all right.
I don't know about you guys, but I could sit here for an hour if you wanted.
I say we go after
Morthos
Homeboy,
is
who's
gonna-
probably mad that his friends are dead now.
He's
So,
gonna
I
go to
think
the
he has
stairs.
no idea what happened.
Not walk up them
well,
yet.
you know, but he's probably still mad.
Are you going up the stairs?
I'm gonna-
stealthily?
I'm
Oh,
going to
stealthily.
go up the stairs very stealthily, but also check the stairs as I'm going.
I will walk behind him.
Since we know that there's been plenty of traps on the stairs already.
I will go with you.
I'm grumbling the whole time.
Also
Wait,
goes-
if I could have your attention for a moment, please.
Shut up, nerd. We're going upstairs.
You caught on fast.
I think I may have information that could assist you if you would.
Go ahead, Gal. What is it?
They don't want to listen to people explain things or do things.
You
on their
explained
own.
nothing. You cast a spell and everyone died.
You ran in like an idiot, like your hobgoblin friends here.
Hey, enough. We can bicker
Let's
later.
just listen to Calvin. What's her name?
I haven't slept in days.
We
Tell.
slept
Don't
this
mess
morning.
with me.
Smell like you haven't
Gal.
showered either.
What's up?
Ugh, it's been
Um,
months.
So, Salavar had a servant that assisted him in his
White
studies,
stains down the back of my closet.
and its name was Nazruk, and there are tales that it wasn't quite human, or man, or so. Just a heads up, in the event that we find Thalavar or it's his servant, I just want you to be aware that that's a thing.
What else do you know
all right,
about him?
Yeah. He assisted Thalavar in his studies, and I don't really. That's just kind of what the tales are.
So,
And
You mean less than human? Do you mean like a tiefling? Like
no, I mean like he was kind of secretive, and Thalavar didn't mention him very much, and he could be a creature.
Created. He might have been created by the mad wizard doctor.
We don't know that he was mad. He was brilliant and worth veneration, and so I am looking very much forward to studying his work and furthering it for the good of the guild.
can I grab where I think the voice is coming from?
Sure. Roll in a grapple with disadvantage.
Nat 20.
It's an attack, but
What would grapple be?
just your unarmed strike. But you're trying to grab him.
16.
You grab him with his voices.
And I take him.
Hey, this is uncalled for, large yawning man.
Time to go up the stairs and see what's this about.
Give him a swirly.
Let's go.
Why are you people so mean? I've done nothing but assist you.
You're telling me.
And I'm docking your pay for this.
wait, we're getting
Whoa,
paid.
payment?
We're getting
I
paid.
turn my hand like this and I go, we'll go on to payment.
Well, naturally, I would never ask you to endanger yourselves without giving you some sort of payment.
Well, we may have forgot to ask up front.
You did, and I am not so greedy as to not provide payment, even though you did not ask.
Oh, well, if you give me 10 extra gold, I'll put you down now.
Yanni, put him down, you idiot.
He's kind of annoying.
It does not matter. It's not helping the fact that
I can
you are
fight with one
holding
hand.
him in the air.
Thank you, Morphos. At least someone is sensible.
Wait, maybe before we go up here, we need some beautiful music to be played because we are certainly not getting along well right now.
I've missed his music.
Gotta be a song to play.
We are the world.
I mean, I don't really want to hear it. Maybe the rest of you could use some inspiration.
I could use some healing.
Are you hurting?
He ran headlong into a cell.
I didn't even notice.
I threw up all over myself.
Well, as Kildrick is finding his music, we're gonna do our giveaway for the evening.
Nice.
And actually
Space Jam
tonight,
song.
there's a
It wasn't me.
chord.
Wasn't me.
We gave these away last week, but then they were returned. So we are going to give them away again this week. So this is a little dwarf dude, Ebrick the Adventurer, and a Soul Knife Infiltrator monk type person. So if you would like an opportunity to win these 2 minis, you can type into the chat right now, and 1 entry please, open to the US and Canada, excluding Quebec. Type in !tower, and you can have an opportunity to win, as we will randomly select one of the entrants. So !tower to win, have an opportunity to win one of those minis.
Hey man, do you want some candy?
I would love if someone would hand me the Snickers.
That's a twist, but you'll get what you get.
Got what I got. Please don't throw them at me again. !tower, and you can win some minis. Kildrick.
Thanks.
Thank you. Alright, now we all have one.
Can we please all sing the chorus of We Are the World together, please?
Oh, yeah. Except I don't know the song, but here we
Not
go.
happening.
Come on.
Oh, the main part.
Just hum. It's fine.
You just mumble it.
We are the world. We are the children.
Everybody's acting like children.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start living. There's a choice we're making.
I chose to kill them all.
We're saving our lives. It's true, we'll make a brighter day. Just you and me.
It was lovely.
In this tower.
That's beautiful.
I forgot how much I loved you guys.
I
Group hug.
feel quite inspired.
Does he?
I was. I
don't
keep
like it.
forgetting you exist. You don't get inspired, alright?
Who'd you inspire?
So how many people do I get?
You
again?
can
I get,
choose. You can choose 5 people that you can. No, 6. 6
Yeah.
people you can see.
Okay.
You can't see. Can't see him.
I can't see you. I'm
No, you
sorry.
can't.
Galgaroff? What's your name?
Galileo.
Galileo? Okay.
No. it's-
Galileo.
Yanni. Eli.
Galileo Figaro.
Wolfram.
Galileo Elibro.
I'm
Jogger.
shocked by this.
Sola. Morthos. And Zeus.
Ha! So that's 7.
That's 7. One too many there. Don't worry about it.
Not keeping track. Before we get
Yeah, you're right. That is 7.
What is this? 9
It's
points
si-
or
So Zeus does not.
All
Have
the people here get it.
What do I
except for
get?
Zeus. You get 9 temporary hit points.
And 1d6, right?
that is and 1d6. I like it.
9 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And so those hit points are spent first, and then you move on to your normal.
He does look
HP.
at. He does look.
You do get the
Where's this guy? Where's this guy at?
Your friend is holding me in his hand.
All right.
Because I put it.
Listen.
I think we
Hold him up. Hold him down to me.
Ow. Yeah,
If
I'm
you
on the
want-
floor now. Yeah.
If you want to be a leader,
Inspiration and leader. It's a
then do something worth
Different one?
making us
So
follow
we'll
you for
get
this
9
fight.
temporary hit points.
Do somebody gets already.
All right.
I'll take it.
I'll let him go.
Alright guys, before we get upstairs and kick down the door and have Morpho sneak around, can we please be a little bit more cohesive here?
Tell this maniac
Hey,
not
hey,
to.
Whoa,
Hey,
that's not the
hey,
one I
Not
said.
helping.
Although I'll agree with you always.
We are the world. Come on.
Killing a man in cold blood.
There could be some angst. I understand, but we are a team and a unit, and we work better together
Suck my.
than apart.
We are the world.
Gal, shut the hell up.
High five.
I was making a speech here and you cut me off.
Oh my
This
gosh.
room Kick the damn door down. Let's get in there.
Wolfram,
Wait.
Listen,
you can ride on my
Hobgoblins.
shoulder.
Our people are not
In the
holy
herd
oh,
What?
without reason. Do you want me to go talk to them?
If you think you can reason with them,
I don't.
Of course.
I don't know why they're here. I don't know why we're here.
guys, you
I have no info. Can you enlighten me?
Oh yeah.
You didn't see. They were ready to jump on us.
Because they don't know who they're dealing with.
The things that we saw when we were running into the tower.
So you saw ghostly
Ghosts.
apparitions as you were running into the tower that could not enter into a certain sphere around the tower.
So you don't know why we're in the tower.
We were heading to the mountain, and we came across an abandoned city of Lylon.
Lylon. Yep.
Lylon.
Keep going. You're doing great.
This gal guy wants to study this famous wizard of some sort, and he offered
Yes,
to
I do.
hire us to come in here.
And you came. Haha.
During this time, we found a magic poster that we think can bring portals from worlds to here. And we think that's how the hobgoblins came here.
Yep.
Which is why I wanted to reason and try to bring them home.
Yes, the portrait of Acheron was glowing brightly as we entered.
And that's the most important parts.
Acheron.
Acheron, yes, Acheron.
Does that mean anything to you?
That's where Maglubium dwells. That's where the souls of my people go to fight the endless war.
Is that heaven or hell?
For a warrior, it
Was
is
that where-
heaven.
Is that where we were earlier?
No. That's where my people were hoping to go, but they ended up there, in limbo.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good at all.
So Magublia
I
isn't
will speak to
seeing them in.
Raven Queen about this.
I'm sorry, Eli, what?
Magublia isn't seeing them into your endless war.
My people were not accepted for the same reason.
Oh, why's that?
I am forsaken.
Why?
I have failed.
Who?
Eli!
Oh, sorry. Touchy subject.
I am over that now, but I will need your help to free my kin from limbo.
Like all of us.
You owe it to Thor to free
And
him.
Thoric.
I
Thor.
didn't trap
You
Thor.
murdered him in cold blood.
You would have killed me.
It wasn't cold blood.
Oh,
it
he
was
would
out
have
of
killed you.
self-defense.
You would have came back.
Oh,
in 3 days.
what happened to the cohesiveness?
What
part?
happened to trying to reason with people?
Nonetheless,
It only
Thoric
sucks when I do
Thoric is stuck in limbo as
We
well.
are
Really?
children.
Limbo is not good. It's an abomination as well.
it. Agreed.
That one I do agree with. Alright.
There are forces that are affecting it.
Did you find out what those forces are?
No, but I talked to someone similar to Hold. Some kind of construct.
Was he singing?
He was.
I want to make. I want to be
One
watching
little,
to
two
make sure.
little, three little
Oh,
kobolds.
that's Aegis.
Aegis.
Did he call you a pissant?
He did not.
He must respect you.
But he gave me this necklace, and that's how we got out.
Oh, I have one of those.
Does it look familiar?
Mm-hmm.
It's a hopper.
He said
Come here.
He said
Come
it
here.
belonged to an. He
Oh.
said it belonged to an elf.
Rygar,
An
do you
elf?
think?
Is this Rygar's?
Did he say what happened to the Rygar?
Just that he was tasked with bringing him back.
So he is alive.
He's alive. Which plane is he even on, though?
But this is so
So yes, that's
here.
This is the elf guy you guys were talking about.
Yeah, my best friend Rygar.
Oh, he's got his head off too.
No, I only cut pain cursed heads off, and maybe yours if you keep asking.
Good luck, man.
This has
Strong.
been great, but
Swipe too high.
we not forget that
Right.
we have somebody upstairs already.
So you're saying these goblins, hobgoblins, came from Acheron to this plane?
Here's the thing Gal didn't tell you. Thalavar was experimenting with summoning and trapping beings from other dimensions, and it kind of got out of control, and I think that may be why they are here. Gal.
That does seem to be the situation.
Nope.
I'm hoping that we can turn off or reconfigure the beacon so that it is no longer randomly teleporting fiends, creatures, goblins into this town, and we can begin to clean it up, perhaps make it habitable again. A place of science, place of learning.
Eureka.
Eureka!
Leather-bound.
Excelsior is my favorite.
So now you're caught up.
There were goblins that attacked the guards too
True.
outside, and they
Can we work together, figure this thing out, so we can get paid and, no offense, Gal, but leave you alone?
Well, I mean, sure, I would love to be left alone to my studies, though there could always be work in the future, perhaps.
I like that we hate him for no reason.
We can worry
Listen.
about that later. Let's finish job 1, alright?
For some reason, people
Everybody
have
in,
hated
go
me
team.
all my life and
Go team.
ignored me when I've tried to speak.
1, 2, 3.
It's like a thing.
Team.
I don't quite get
What are you
it.
saying?
Yes, exactly.
Alright. Morthos and I walking up the steps. Both in stealth.
What's the point of Morthos walking up the steps and stealth?
I'm actually pretty stealthy.
Are you really?
He's not that bad.
Wow.
I'm really stealth.
Alright, so what is the
I
order here?
underestimated you.
Orthos is first.
Third.
Morthos is first.
I'm gonna wait at the base of the stairs
Second.
for a sign
Yanni?
for us to come up.
I'm on Yanni's shoulder as Nevermore.
Because now we're friends again.
Okay.
No, I
Magic.
just don't want to talk to Sola.
I'm going third.
Uh,
I just want to be whispering
15 feet
it to
behind.
you the whole
Do you
time.
poop on his shoulder?
Don't you think Solo is so
Often.
great?
If no one knows, there's a white streak down the back of my cloak at all
Thank
times.
you.
Down below my right shoulder.
Are you doing that to me right now? Because I will smash you.
No, when I'm stealthing, there's no filter.
They're all left twist.
He's our right
Honor.
Twix!
I'll only accept the left.
What's going on?
It's garbage!
Lost our minds.
Who's got left Twix?
We've lost our minds.
These are all left wings.
I want a middle Snickers.
Alright, so you come up the stairs and there is no door. It is open. And as you approach, you turn the corner. Are you doing this stealthily?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need you two to roll stealth, please.
26.
14.
I'm so glad the Giants decided to follow up with me.
It was a 7 on the dice.
What 7?
Morthos, please roll perception.
Ooh, that's good. Be a 26.
As you peer in, you see a small broken banister that does not look like it would be good for holding anything after all the years of travel or of wear and tear and clearly destruction around an opening in the floor that you surmise goes down about 40 feet to the room below. In the far corner, above a fireplace, you see a glowing, reddish, yellow, swirling crystal that seems to be hovering, and what you thought at first glance was a fireplace actually looks to be a arcane covered tablet with all kinds of runes all through it. Several of them are lit up and flashing, and then they disappear, and then another flashes. The ceiling is domed about, at its pinnacle, about another 40 feet up and comes down. And on the ceiling, you see,
Right Twix.
is that right, Twix? Got me. It is a representation of the cosmological construction of the planes. You see at the center the prime material plane that has a pinpoint in the Sword Coast, which is where your tower seemingly resides. Around that, and this is interesting because the previous representation that you saw for the prime material plane and Thoril was spherical in the extension from the hopper, but this representation is flat.
Flat Earth, huh? Flat Earth.
And it seems almost hollow
Everybody knows it's on
in
a
its
turtle's
depth,
back.
as you see the
Hollow, flat Earth.
as there's a
Flat Earth and it's
representation
hollow.
of the Underdark and almost a hollow nature to it, and even unexplored depths below the Underdark. There, around the material plane, you see representations of the Feywild and the Shadowfell. And surrounding and binding together the material plane and the Feywild and the Shadowfell, you see a representation of what is on the mural referred to as the ethereal plane. Around that, you see the elemental chaos. And within the elemental chaos, you see the specific planes of earth, air, wind, and fire, and where they kind of intersect, and you have the Frostfell and the Ashlands and things of this nature. Then you see, in stylized representation, you have the upper planes and the lower planes, the positive and the negative, all bound together by the astral plane. And they're arranged in almost a wheel cosmology that goes from a lawful to a chaotic, and an evil to a good. And you have planes that are lawful good, like Elysium. And you have planes that are evil, like Hades, and lawful evil, like the Nine Hells, Baator, and chaotic evil, like the Abyss. And so there's this whole kind of construct of several different locations within the planes, all with varying alignments that are represented. And currently you see Acheron, which is in between a lawful neutral and lawful evil setting. So it's between Mechanus, which is true lawful neutral, and in between the Nine Hells, which is true lawful evil. And in between there you have Acheron represented. And it is currently alight in the mural, matching the poster-like mural which you saw at the entrance of the tower. In the midst of all of this, you do see kind of clutching his chest, looking at the stairs and looking at the beacon, kind of unknowing what to do, a goblinoid. Roll a history check.
9.
And you know this is the same type of creature as those downstairs, though you're not quite sure exactly what it is. And it is much more heavily armored than the others, and is clearly feeling the after effects of whatever spell was cast by Wolfram. But more alarming than that, you see a creature that has long tendrils extending from its central bulbous body, with a large eye in the center, and a gaping maw with eye stalks coming off all around. As it kind of stands, and it is a purplish hue to it with a large green orange iris, and its eye kind of looks nervously and menacingly for a second, and then almost charmingly in the same smile at the creature cowering before it, not willing to move closer, but not wanting to go to the door. And this creature, roll an insight check.
19.
Has a oddly disinterested demeanor in terms of the creature standing before it, but on the same hand seems very defensive over the beacon itself. And this is what you take in.
So I'm going to tell the Yanni to kind of move back down the stairs very slowly. And then kind of regroup with the rest of the team and kind of explain to them what I saw, especially about the creature with the eyes and the tentacles.
That very well could be Nazareth, and I told you about it, and the stories say that it was sentient and intelligent, and therefore perhaps can be reasoned with.
So perhaps not throw a poison ball in the middle of the room?
To that point, Jaga, there is one more a goblin creature in the center of the room.
What was he doing?
It appeared that he was standing there, clutching his chest. It was kind of odd. It was like he wanted to move closer to the creature, but he couldn't or wouldn't, and didn't want to go backwards towards the door. He was just kind of staying there, put almost unsure of where to go.
Could they be held against their will?
Yes.
Leader, whatever your name is.
Yes, you are talking to me. My name is Gal. Yes, and I don't believe they would be held against their will if they've already come through the beacon. It seems more likely that he is afraid of approaching the beacon at the danger and threat of whatever is guarding it, but doesn't want to come down here and die in the sickening radiance
So-
that our friend here produced.
So
Do
we
you,
go on.
do you want to the reason with this creature if you believe that potentially that is possible?
As your leader of this expedition, I think it wise to do whatever you think is best.
So close.
I would say reason with it.
Let's reason. Oh, let's make sure we lie about where the poison came from.
Just fell from the sky.
It wasn't us.
Maybe the goblin would side with us.
Circumstance.
That's what I'm thinking.
And if there's more,
Why don't you call him down?
alright, I will. You want me to do it now? Are we ready?
Yeah. Call down the goblin.
Do you have something to say, Wolfram?
I'm a bird right
He's a
now.
bird right now.
Baka it is.
Okay, so Jaga moves to the front,
How you doing, donkey?
and you stand at the threshold of the door. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Silent, but not like sneaky.
So you're trying to be stealthy, or you're not?
Yeah.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
That's 6.
Oh boy. And beholder.
Both the bugbear, which you know is a bugbear, as soon as you've seen the corpses, you know that that's what they were, and the eye creature immediately look in your direction as they hear your footfalls on the stairs.
Somebody was stealthy enough the first time. Just saying.
And the bugbear looks at you and has a kind of frightened look, and then a look that he is trying to think through the fact that he's staring at a hobgoblin before him.
Do they speak goblin?
They do.
Okay. In goblin, I would tell him, come back downstairs. I need for you to identify
Are you going to attack me?
I will not. You are safe. On my name. I swear it.
And what is your name?
My name is Jaga.
Of what clan do you hail?
Of my Ilkin clan.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Isn't it the Solar clan now?
Ooh. 2-man clan.
There.
19?
Anything is better than facing this beast.
And he walks, and the creature behind sees you. You see like 5 eye stalks that are looking at you. 1 eye stalk that is constantly watching the beacon, and then the large eye that is watching him walk to you. And he approaches you and immediately sees Morthos and Yanni behind you.
Shall we go downstairs?
Stand behind me. We
He
need
does.
to find out what is going on here.
So he, for the sake of the setup, because it's a narrow stair, right? You kind of lead him down to the room back below, and you are all there.
I am intently watching the bird form of Wolfram.
Okay, very good.
Seeing if there's a move and preparing my own
right
move. Pretty, kind of from afar, just like.
High up, so she's really like.
She's standing on Kildrick's shoulders.
Zeus and I are walking up to join them.
Time to ingratiate myself to the
Okay,
party.
so you are all
You attack
together
him, I'm
in
attacking you.
the lower floor.
I will whoop you.
In common, I will ask him, what is your name, and what brings you to this tower?
He responds in Goblin.
Okay.
I do not know this language of which you speak. Please use our mother tongue.
And I do. Why are you here? What are you doing with that thing upstairs?
We were in combat on Acheron, on the cube of disc.
What?
It's
The squared circle.
it's weird, I know, but everything is called a cube, even though they're not quite cube-shaped.
I'm familiar.
Yes. On this cube, we were doing battle. Glorious, honoring battle. Maglubiet was at hand, watching us. That malevolent ogre, whom we must please. And in the midst of the battle, there was a flash of light and a sphere of energy that emerged in the midst of us. Immediately, those who were inside disappeared. Several of the commanders were inside and were gone. And none could see within the sphere. But any who entered did not return. I was one who agreed to seek the other side, and as I passed through, I appeared in this space. Well, it wasn't quite this space, it was a shadow of this space. And for a moment I was held fast and stuck. And then I saw an eye. And the eye winked at me. And I appeared here. And when I tried to go back to the glowing crystal, it shot a ray at me and pushed me back. My comrades sought to fight it, and it disintegrated them where they stood. And so, several of us continued forth, and the rest stayed here, awaiting return. When we heard footsteps at the door, we hid, and then they all fell, dead. As my heart raced in my chest, I fled back up here
Good story, man.
And then you
Good.
appeared in the door.
It's terrible.
As I'm retelling it in common,
Yeah, that's what it's.
as I'm retelling it in common, every time I look over to
Nevermore.
Bird Boy, I go, and they heard footsteps, and they hid. It seems that they only want to go back to Acheron.
Okay.
I will turn to him and ask in Goblin, are there any more of you?
I am the last that I know of here, though there were 2 others being held that have not been brought through. They were commanders of the legions.
They're being held on this plane or still?
In a space within the sphere. The eye has not called them through. I know not why.
Can you ask him how long he's been on this plane for?
How long have you been here?
A day or 2 has not been long.
Have you seen a wizard?
No, just the eye.
I share that with them. Do you know, Wolfram? Anybody? Do you know what that creature upstairs might be? Or how we can be rid of it?
Can I roll like a history or something based off of the description and what it did to his
Yes.
compatriots? 18.
Based in particular off the description of the eye, you have heard of beholders before. You know there are several classes of them. The smallest of which is referred to as a gazer. They're typically familiars of wizards. The next class up is often referred to as a spectator. And they are slightly larger and usually guardians of locations. There are another level up referred to as by various names, but oftentimes given the name of a Gauth. And they are more powerful. And more powerful still is a full-fledged beholder that has far more eye stalks than is being described by Morthos in the 6 that he kind of made mention of. And even more powerful still are beholder liches and ascendant beholders and death kisses, things of this nature that are all related, but based off of this description, those more powerful forms don't seem to be what you're facing.
So I'm reading through my book to get a description of that, and I come across I think it's a beholder. Morthos, how many eye stalks did you say you saw?
5, no, 6, maybe 6.
6. So it's of the smaller variety, maybe a gazer or a spectator, which would make sense. Gal, does that make sense to you?
Yes, that is an excellent analysis. You are quite astute for a brawny man. Perhaps you have studied and been educated yourself, yes?
Yep. So, can we reason with it?
It all depends on how sound of mind it is. If it's been here hundreds of years, well, that could be suspect.
Wolfram, what do you think? Go in and kill it?
No.
Or, let me finish.
I'll turn into Wolfram.
Or do we
Still
reason
sitting on
with
my
it?
shoulder.
So what are we trying to persuade it to do?
It sounds like, from what you said, that it's guarding a crystal, and that crystal, that energy source.
The portal open.
Exactly.
Unnatural portal.
If it's guarding the crystal,
Acheron's where you go after you die when you're goblin.
and it's been doing it for hundreds of years,
Yeah.
it's not just going to let us take it or stop.
To be perfectly clear, Acheron, of the many cubes that are resident there, some are reserved for the afterlife, and some are
Just another plane.
essentially live goblinoids. So there are depending on what cube you're in is and what layer of Acheron you're in dictates that dynamic.
So this thing's keeping the portal open.
Well,
Yep.
if that's the case, we should stop it.
Sola, I think you should go up, shake its hand, and ask it how it's doing.
Doesn't have a hand.
Look
Think
him
we
in the
should-
eye and wink.
I think we should reason with it,
With
or at
my
least
nature
try.
check, would I know
Go
how
ahead.
to defeat a beholder?
I vote Sola goes up.
It would not be a nature. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Gladly.
She said gladly. She walks up. She's 5 feet from the beholder.
No, I'm not.
Ready, go.
Sola, you are approaching.
No, not yet. Did we decide on a plan of exit? We're still downstairs, aren't we?
I don't,
Yeah, we're still
I don't
downstairs.
know if there's value potentially in keeping this thing alive.
This thing said it disintegrated
Let me go up and
things.
talk to it.
I
Ask it
can
if we can
Please,
convince
please
it.
try.
And if we don't, we'll stab it.
I can mind link it from afar.
We'll stay down here while you try to talk to it.
And you did say
Nothing
one of
can
them
go wrong.
serves wizards.
Yeah, the first one's usually a construct of a wizard to help it. This guy seems a little too big for that, so a spectator more or less watches a wizard's lair, which could make sense right now. Gal, does that make sense?
Yes, or one of the other ones you mentioned, I don't know. I'm not familiar with beholders very well, although I know they're very dangerous and not typically very kind. But if it was made for a specific purpose, you perhaps could work around that construct.
Do they speak a language?
They are typically given the language that they are created with, if it's conjured and created magically. But typically, I understand them to be able to speak Common or Undercommon, and depending on the nature of the magic that created them.
And what did Thalavar speak?
Well, as a high wizard, he was probably versed in many languages. I would imagine, however, that he spoke Common like the rest of us.
As long as he knows the language and I'm able to communicate with him.
Do you want to try to mind link him without dying?
Oh,
Please do.
Wolfram, don't be petty.
Oh, I just want to try her tactic out this time.
I want to ask the bugbear if would you be willing to join us in defeating this beholder,
If
or
necessary.
getting rid of it?
Roll a persuasion check.
And convincing the commanders that come through to be on our side.
Also that.
And everything my friend said.
It's gonna be like the Avengers portal scene. On your left.
That's 21.
One looks at
22.
you, and he puts his hand on your right shoulder. Says,
Jaga of Myuken, I stand with you.
Are you in need of any weapons?
No, though, if you could stop my heart from racing, that would be nice.
What is the matter?
I don't know, I felt a sickening light come over me. It sapped me of my strength.
It's terrible.
Perhaps I could be healed. That would be...
the effects end well. Just so
Does anybody have healing?
he was tired.
He was tired before I did it. I mean, I didn't do it.
Do we have any... Yaga, do you have any special water? Yanni, I mean. I'm not talking to me. That's weird.
I take out the endless water one and just torture it over, and nothing comes out, and I'm like, nope, I'm out.
I go up
No more out.
and I just high five him and touch him and heal him.
It's okay. It's a thing they do.
so you're healing him how?
I'm gonna do
Cure wounds?
Cure wounds.
Okay, roll your d8. Is it a first level, second level,
First level.
first
Yes.
level?
It's
One
like
d8 plus 5.
We're
This
not
is the
best friends.
DM's way of
Bro, I
getting
crushed that
us to
first roll. You
use
got hit pretty hard.
healing on.
8.
NPCs?
on yeah.
Okay,
Are you-
so he
Maybe
has.
heal me?
There is a bluish
yeah,
light
yeah.
that coalesces around his chest, You see him breathe deeply.
This dwarf gives life.
He also has a
He-
great voice.
Perhaps we'll hear it if we kill this abomination.
Well,
Well, we're not
I
doing
stand
that
with
yet.
you. Let us go.
As we're walking up the stairs, I'm gonna kind of whisper to Jaga. I'm like, "Oh man, if that's all it took for you to fight with us, a lot of issues could have been avoided."
Right.
I turn to Yanni.
Someone should push Sola down the stairs.
You don't say that. You're talking to the wrong person.
You do detect a hint of just
Pure hatred.
of kind of a
Jest.
jesting sarcasm to his tone.
So
I just
don't
think it's so
actually
funny
hit him.
how
Is that what you're
our
saying?
last characters were best
Sola.
friends and now we hate each other.
Solo, let's sneak up there
This
and
is
then you
real
can
life,
mind
Solo.
link it. Maybe you can see it, but it won't see you. We'll stealth up there.
If I
So
can't
now
see it, I can't mind
Sola
link it
is
though.
at
No,
the
that's
top
what I'm
of the
saying. But if we
stairs.
stealth, maybe you can see it, but it
Are
won't
you,
see you. I'm gonna be right behind her and
right
hold an action.
Okay, and who's next?
So, Morthos is actually going to attempt to sneak into the room.
Ahead of Sola.
Ahead of Sola, in between the bookcases on the right.
All right, go ahead and roll a stealth check.
It's only got 6 odds.
What's the wizard's name?
31.
Beholder! I am Valamar!
In between the bookcase, or actually, I'd like to be in the corner by the wall of that
Malamar?
bookcase on the right.
Malamar. Malabar.
Moving up to the corner there, yes,
Malibu?
correct.
Okay.
That is why I'm hiding, and I will hold an action if I feel that Sola is threatened.
Okay, so you've snuck in undetected. Sola, you appear at the top of the stairs. Are you being stealthy?
No.
Okay, so
She
you
doesn't like
appear
my ideas.
confidently, and
I whisper up the stairs, keep away from its
Yanni,
scorching ray.
Yanni, you are right behind.
Mhm.
Who is behind Yanni?
I will be.
The rest of you are spiraled down the stairs. Jaga and the Bugbear are next, followed by Wolfram, Kildrick, and Zeus. Right. Sola, you see the creature, this beholder, which has 5 of its eye stalks and its central eye all looking at you with a bemused grin on its face.
I'd like to prepare a dodge action
Okay.
for the slightest hint of anything.
Okay, very good. Prepare your dodge action.
Great.
And
Oh no!
well, hopefully to one of the sides. Gonna mind link it. Just go, beholder, I come in peace.
Peace is an interesting concept. Yes, come in, let us talk of peace.
Sounds crazy.
He sounds reasonable. What's
What is your job here?
I must protect and defend for Thalavar. Yes, and draw in our specimens.
Is Thalamar still here?
No. Thalavar's gone. I lost him. Thalavar, you need to return. Oh, come back. Oh, he's gone. But I still continue the work. Yes, I defend and I evaluate our friends, our specimens.
And you see this creature, which does not actually hover above the ground. It does have tendrils that come out and meet the ground, kind of rubs them together as if it's kind of salivating over the thought of evaluating these specimens.
Yes. So, yes, come, we will talk of peace.
What do you evaluate them for?
He pauses.
Whatever Thalavar says. But Thalavar's gone. He's gone.
So why do you continue to evaluate if he's gone?
It is my purpose. It is my duty. It is my joy.
What happens if you could be free of this duty? Find a new purpose.
Only Thalavar can set me free.
How would Thalavar set you free?
He's gone. He's gone.
So set yourself free.
He's gone. He's gone.
Can we find Thalavar?
Yes. Yes. You find him. You bring him back to me.
Where is he? Where did he go?
He disappeared into the plains, into the portal. I lost him in the void of the abyss.
Hey, Sola, I see you guys like gesticulating, not saying things. What's going on?
Begrudgingly, I think Wolfram was right. Don't tell him I said that. He's.
I'd like to roll a perception check on that.
Go ahead.
Come on. Oh, it's a 36.
You hear.
But, so, he sounds a bit crazy. Thalavar may still be alive. Apparently he got lost in the abyss in the middle of the void and he was unable to get him. However, I think he may be out of his mind. If only Malsine was here to clear it.
So, we can either kill it, because it's crazy, like Dundee, or...
Continue.
What do you?
You had something to say. What was it?
Sola, can you ask him if he knows how to turn off this
Beholder, do you know how Thalavar turned
Are you
this...
saying this out loud now, or
In his head.
in his head again? Okay.
Do you know how Thalavar turned this portal on and off?
Yes. You must go inside and realign the spectrometer and the flux capacitor, and it must be once more attuned to the tower, and then we can control from this side. But for now, it is incoherent.
Can you show me how to turn it off?
Oh, I cannot leave. You must travel in, and from within, reconfigure, reattune, rewire the energies.
I relay all that information.
It seems easy enough. Flux capacitors and all. Feels made up, though. Did you insight that thing?
Everyone knows that the flux capacitor is the thing that makes time travel possible. So, yes, let's continue.
Don't we have to go 80 miles an hour, though?
Bunch of gigawatts.
You are learned.
So you're saying he says we have to go in that thing?
Realign it, and then he can control it. So right now it's broken open.
Can I see if he's telling the truth or if he's just trying to lie to me?
I don't like
Yes,
this
you
train
may.
of thought.
Insight check.
You may roll with advantage. Because that's what you do, Kalashtar. I just want to point out
I'm so proud of you.
that in 57 episodes,
I've incited
this
once.
is the first time that my insight-built monk is utilizing her class, her racial feature. I applaud you,
That's like-
Sola.
Hey, I started off at level 1. You can't be the most smart at level
this is
1.
character growth.
I need a story plot. You guys found out why I was here on the first episode. I need something to grow me.
You're growing.
I also have a spirit that is with me that will come in a couple levels later.
What?
Yeah, I have a spirit.
My
I think her
God.
name's like Necra or something.
This is gonna be really good.
I planned this, guys.
Or is it a Christmas
You
miracle?
just told the
So-
whole
25.
world, but you didn't tell the characters that
He
you're partying with.
seems utterly ecstatic at the idea of fixing the broken portal and somehow finding his master. Fully on board with the thought. Though highly protective of
So,
the beacon itself.
I talk to them. So if we go in there, what's to stop him from trapping us in there?
I think we need a way to convince him to go in there. But how are we supposed to do that if he won't leave?
Somebody put on
Would've
a
been nice to have,
mystical.
maybe
listen,
5 or 6
somebody put on a
goblins
mystical
to
little light
protect
show
the beacon
and say
while
that
he's
we're
gone.
detecting his master is in there, and we know where he is, and we need to get him in there.
Don't you have a persuasion
I can
Technique?
try to suggest that he would go in there.
and turn off the machine?
Yes.
I think that's worth a shot. Does anybody else?
Can you just tell him
Can we just
that
go
you
in
will
and
go,
fix
but you
it?
do not know the way?
I
could go in and
asked
fix
if he
it?
could. We could go in and fix it. However, he would still be out. Who knows if he would pull us back out? He seems quite out of his mind.
Why don't I try to suggest that he goes in there first?
And turns it off.
Oh no, I'm not going in the thing.
How would he get back out?
Exactly.
Tell him that if he really
Okay.
respects his master, then he goes in there and finds him, and when it's done, we pull him out.
I don't know if that will work, but I'll try.
I'm getting freaked out from the idea of going in there with that thing in charge of pulling us out.
I agree. I don't think he will. I think he'll keep us in there until we find his master.
We'll be trapped
However-
there until we
What's his
find him.
name? Did he say his name?
The beholder's name?
The Malamar. Not the Malamar, the other guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Why do you need his name? We
Listen,
have his purpose.
listen,
Isn't that all
When I
that's
saw
needed?
Thorig in there,
This was Steven asking, not Wolfram.
listen, when I saw
Stephen
my
is
master
Wolfram.
who was killed in there, he told me that I should try to bullshit more.
Honesty is
Let
the
me
best
go and talk to
policy.
him and tell him that we will keep this safe for him while he finds his master.
First,
Please attempt something.
we don't even know.
I like that plan. Come on,
In
dwarf man.
approximately 65 seconds, I will fly into that portal. So you better hurry.
All right, Kildrick walks up to the front.
Crawling underneath everybody else's legs.
Come on, everybody.
You won't eat 3 unwrapped at the same time, right?
Hello, sir.
Yes! Yes!
Listen.
Little dwarf man! You're silly!
Thank you, sir.
This is all out loud now.
Yeah,
This
we
is
got
not
it.
out loud. You are hearing this voice.
I could not help but overhear you
Told you he was
downstairs.
crazy.
You're missing your master, right?
Yes, my master. He's
Listen.
gone. Thalivar's gone. He's
Listen.
gone. He's gone.
Can I tell you
Oh,
something?
he's gone.
My,
Oh, he's gone.
that's how I'm feeling inside. I just met my former master, who died.
Thalivar's not
He's not
dead. He's not
You're the
dead.
He's not dead yet, but you can save him. You can save him. You have the power to save him.
Yes, let's do this.
If you go in
I
there,
like this plan.
if you go in and save him,
I cannot.
I promise you,
I cannot.
we will keep this safe.
I've been told by Thalivar I must stay here
You must stay
and
here,
protect
yes. But don't you
the
have to?
beacon.
Don't you have to save your master?
Yes, you can save my master.
Will you bring us back out if we go in?
If you fix the beacon, I would most certainly, because then we can find Thalivar together.
So can you like pinpoint him if it's fixed?
Perhaps if someone with knowledge of the arcane can assist me like Thalivar used to.
Hey, gal.
Yes, I am listening to every word that this crazy thing is saying, and I am not afraid.
All right,
Go leader.
let's go in. Let's fix it. Come back out. Gal can help you. Gal, can you show yourself to the beholder unless he can't see you already?
No.
Thought you said you were not afraid.
Pusillanimous. All right. So,
I know what that means.
Hey, so when we were in Waterdeep, Volo wrote a book, and some of us knew of Volo's book,
Yes, this is true.
right? Are there other books in
Yeah,
this world
Vincent was
related
actually a
to
big fan.
creatures in this world,
That was
like
signature.
Xanathar's, for
You
instance?
did.
Volo has written multiple volumes. Xanathar's Guide is more of an esoteric conglomeration of spells and observations of different types of adventurers and magical items. There's not really creatures in there per se. But Mordenkainen does have a tome of foes as well, referenced by and actually a forward written by Valo. So you have heard of these. Yes.
Are we all upstairs yet?
You are in the stairway. Currently, Kildrick is at the front.
So what are we doing? Are we gonna find him? Are you gonna go in and fix the beacon?
Maybe
Shake your head.
Maybe some of us should
I'm
go
looking
in, and
at
some
you.
of us should be here to ensure that he brings us back out.
He can't find his master
I'm
if
going
you don't
up.
go in there.
I'm gonna go up,
He's got to let us back out, otherwise he can't find him.
and I'm gonna say,
How do I get in?
If you promise to fix the beacon, I will let you in.
And out.
First, I must know your name.
Let me remember. No one's asked me my name in a long time.
That's because all that's important is your purpose in life.
Yes, my purpose is to guard and protect and to assist my master. My name was... It was...
It's interesting dialect.
Yes! Yes! How did you know my name?
what did you say?
Nezrak.
That is my name. Yes! Yes!
And I look at wherever I think Gal is and I wink at him. Just staring at a blank.
You
wall.
feel a smack on the rear end.
Okay. Alright. Nezrak. If you promise to let us in and let us out.
I promise! Go Viggs! Go! Go Viggs!
Do we have your word?
Will I just jump in here?
Oh no, you must all step forward and don't look at my eye or you will probably be stunned. But I must ask you to stand here in this little square and you will be able to forthwith go.
Knowing that Wolfram just betrayed my trust, and
How did he betray your trust?
by killing everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all your best friends that you've known for centuries.
I'm the
Awesome.
one who said
Sure.
for Jaga's sake.
Yeah, I didn't turn them against each other to kill themselves.
I'm gonna.
Or just let my whole town die while I walk away free and clear. I didn't do that.
Wow.
To be fair, I tried to defend them.
Okay. Carry on your thought. Wow, this is a harsh episode. What?
I'm sensing a little tension. I think we should
Listen,
go.
all good teams have friction. Let's go.
Patrick is offering us an accord, and so perhaps we go.
Let's go. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna insight to make sure he was gonna let us back
It
out.
doesn't matter. We have the hoppers. We can pour blood on it and hop anywhere. In
So
the party.
Morthos
have
walks
dragons?
right out in the
Yes.
middle of the thing
Okay.
and says, "Are we going in the damn thing or not?"
Yeah, let's go.
He
I
shifts
agree.
aside, and as you all
Don't look at the eye.
Roll a new character.
I'm like bear hugging
I don't
Yanni
want to.
into the square.
does
don't want to
anyone
say-
actually look at the eye?
No.
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 I hate portals.
We all heard him say not to look in the eye?
Yes.
Okay, then no, I didn't.
As you do, his tendrils emerge, and you see him cross some different combinations in this tablet, and the different colors light up, and the crystal shudders, and then a beam, a wave of light kind of emerges out and surrounds you all, and then
Immediately executed.
takes you all in.
And
Team White.
Party White.
TPK.
Started out.
Easiest TPK ever.
TPK.
Should have listened to Wolfram.
You all
Wolfram lies.
in what
Just to make it
looks
super confusing, and the next character's name is Hopper.
You got it. I'll make sure I wear my police outfit.
Yes, you do. You play great hopper,
Yeah,
man.
thanks.
You all appear in what looks to be the middle of a sparring ring is the best way to describe it.
Punch Wolfram. Sorry.
Does someone really punch me right now?
No.
No. It's a knee-jerk reaction.
In this, it's almost a rectangular, what you see, a rectangular dome of light that cascades around you. And at the four corners, you see 4 glowing blue orbs, which are flashing in a cadence that is clearly out of sync. You see around you, outside of this rectangular sphere of light, a legion of goblinoids that are all doing battle with each other. And ringed around this sphere of light, you see a line of soldiers which seem to be keeping people at bay. And beyond them, there is battle raging. As you look up, there isn't a space as you kind of and filled with stars as you are accustomed to seeing above the skies at night. It is simply light with periodic floating geometric shapes that you see all about. And some seem closer than others, but it seems that the image that you saw in the poster of Acheron is where you have appeared, except within that space there is this holding cell. You see standing inside on either side of you 2 large creatures with green skin and large leathery wings. There are 2 horns that protrude up from each of them. They have low cut, almost like a Roman legionnaire's battle dress. Thick muscle that is covering their body. One wields a massive axe held on its shoulder. The other, a massive greatsword. As soon as they see you, they both smile and go invisible.
Oh, great.
Cool.
At your feet is a sigil that is etched into the ground, and it is glowing orange, and it also is flashing different in an erratic kind of pattern of light, staticky and almost like if you can remember, like an old television with when it would kind of be out of the wires would be off, and it would be like all, you guys are all too young for that, but
I don't know what you mean.
and like the cable is pulled out, and it's just a mash of streaks and images. That's kind of what is going on with this sigil below your feet. What are you guys gonna do?
Did we all see the guy smile and disappear?
You did.
Did the goblin that's with us?
What about?
You are all there. Yep.
Does the sigil mean anything to me?
It does not. It's arcane in nature, though you do recognize that you are in Acheron.
So does anybody know how to fix a flux capacitor?
Any garbage.
Gal?
Let me, please, give me a moment.
And you hear him kind of step out.
Perhaps we should form a guard around him to make sure that we're able to come back and he doesn't die.
Protect the nerd.
Yeah, there's that, but did everyone see the things that turn invisible? Do we know how to make things go uninvisible?
I do not.
Wolfram,
Yes.
can you make things invisible uninvisible?
Yes.
Can you do that, please?
No.
So as you look, there are 4 pillars, which are kind of standing around this central sigil area that reach to the top of the dome, which seem more for style than anything else, but they are solid that go up, and there are 4 other what look to be inert balls, spherical crystal balls, which are completely dim. And then there is a step down to the ground around.
So the problem is, if I do it, we have approximately 36 seconds, or we're all dead. Until we're all dead.
Why?
Well, the same spell that took out the Sola's goblin friends would reveal these invisible creatures.
I would not suggest that.
They have wings. But
I really
Action.
don't want to die, but I think I have a sense of what.
And as he is talking, you see both of these creatures emerge.
Instantly,
And-
Kildrick reaches over and casts Fairy Fire on both of them.
Well, I need you to roll initiative. As he's talking, he's like, "Oh no!" And
20, like 20.
Maybe we should talk with them first.
Natural 20.
natural 20 for your initiative.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not rolling initiative until I know if we can talk to them or not.
Okay. Well,
do they seem to be flying with their wings, or are they?
they are not
Eating so
currently
much
flying. They are on the
candy.
ground, though their wings certainly look like capable of
okay.
flight. Okay. As they swing at this invisible space, they roll with disadvantage,
Wait, that's where Gal is?
but they have advantage because they were sneaking, and so it's just a straight roll.
Disadvantage?
Because
Dexterity
he's
save.
invisible.
No, I know, I'm saying, can we give you disadvantage?
If you want to give us
You don't wanna
disadvantage,
waste our
give me
own
disadvantage.
We have
We have
4 of them.
Yeah,
Yes,
4 of
you
them.
have disadvantage.
Okay, use a disadvantage.
Okay, so I'm rolling disadvantage for their
Dex saves.
for his roll
For-
because they each have 2 attacks.
Are they
Are you
roll-
attacking Gal right now?
I'm attacking
Why are we
Gal.
rolling this on a regular attack?
Okay. So, does anyone else know how to fix it?
Fix what?
The
The thing we're
flux.
trying to
The
fix.
flux.
That's why we're here.
We'll figure it out. It's just a wrench. You just twist it.
It's
We'll
just
figure it
a
out.
wrench and you do it.
It's the red wire.
Am I rolling
It's always the red
disadvantage?
wire.
I would use it on 1, we have 4.
Yeah.
Sure.
And we can always
Yes.
get more, right?
Okay.
Use it on the
Internet?
leftmost one.
Okay, so this one is rolling at disadvantage.
Yes.
First attack is a. Let me turn to that page. Sorry.
Did I start
Is
with
a
the Fairy Fire?
15. As he swings, you see a blast of energy emerge around him as a shield goes up, and he's like, "Ah!
Is that the beholder?
Guys, you better help.
That was not the beholder.
That was.
Pardon me, my voice
I'm
cracked.
sorry, it was.
Or was it the beholder?
They're one and the same.
And you, the axe flashes off. Second
yeah,
attack
first.
is a 24. As he breaks through the shield, and you hear, "Oh, that really hurt." And he does 18 slashing damage to
Fantastic.
Gal.
Is he visible?
And that's a good question. He is now visible.
Ah.
What's he look like? I can't see that.
Does he have a tail? Oh no, that's a leg.
All right. As the second one takes its attack, normal attack,
No.
no disadvantage.
Yeah.
Keep him alive.
All in
no
agreement?
disadvantage. Yes.
Okay, so this is the second disadvantage. That is an 11, that misses. And that is a 14. No, 16,
I like
which
14 dice.
banks off
Me
the
too.
shield, and both of them miss.
Nice.
Whoever is joining the combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I'm
everyone
joining.
is,
Yeah,
right?
we're all
Okay, go ahead
Oh,
and
we're all
what,
joining?
21 to
Not-
25.
How do we roll if
23.
I'm just now deciding
22.
to join? I didn't know I had an option.
22. Sola was I'm 23, 22. Kildrick, what
I
was
was
yours?
natural 20.
Do you have a dex addition to your dex? What's your
Yeah,
dex?
what's
I think
got
you have a
22.
plus.
Do I?
Yeah, I think you have a plus 2 maybe?
Let's see. Let me go to my stats.
While he's looking up,
Okay, for dexterity.
You should just have an initiative.
it's in your initiative block. Yeah.
You ever
Oh.
rolled initiative before? It's the same number.
Yeah,
It's always been.
it's
You're salty today, Steve.
Where am I looking? Should be up. I'm totally looking at the wrong spot.
Really salty.
There should be on D&D Beyond. There should
Alright.
be a initiative that is
Oh.
right below proficiency and next to armor class.
Yeah, so 24.
24. Okay, you have a plus 4?
Yeah.
Nice. So you're gonna go first. 16 to 20.
I got a 22.
18.
Oh, I didn't know that. Wolfram, sorry.
You have fun?
18.
18 for
Did you
Eli.
roll for Zeus?
Need to roll for
Roll for-
Zeus as
roll
well.
for right now.
Jaga, what'd you get?
10.
Yanni?
6.
Zeus was at a 17.
17.
Zeus leveled up, right?
Zeus did level up.
Huh.
So if Zeus, you'll see it on D&D Beyond, but if Zeus gets attacked, he can use his reaction to attack back. Before we start the combat, we're going to give away this map.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's
So-
different.
We're going to mix it up today, and I'm just going to give away this cool map, which has two sides here.
Yes.
And also, there's 2 maps on the front here, and then it's got this cool kind of like underground flooded ruins thing on the back. So we're gonna give away this map tonight.
It's like 2 maps in one.
Yeah, it's like 3 maps in one.
Wait, what's the third one?
There's half
There's
and half
2
that
on this side.
Oh, I didn't understand that.
See?
Half and half.
All right, so if you would like to win this map, or at least have an opportunity to win this map, then please type in exclamation point beholder, exclamation point beholder, and you can be entered into the chance to win. Come on, hold up. I'll fix
It's like one of those games.
There
that
it
you have
is.
to,
There it is. Got it.
Okay, actually fold.
Got it. Okay, so it's there. We're gonna give away this map. So exclamation point beholder, and we will give that map away. Enter that into the chat right now, and you can have a chance at winning. All right. So exclamation point beholder holder. Okay. Kildrick, what you doing?
Instantly fairy firing.
Where are you centering it?
What's the reach on it?
It's a 20 foot range, 60 foot.
Can you back it up far enough where you're only getting those 2 guys and not Gal?
That's the DM, can we?
If you angled it on the outside, since they are large creatures, if you angled it just past Gal, you could get them both
And
without
that is
getting
what
them.
I am doing.
Okay, so you cast Fairy Fire,
Yes.
and I need to roll 2 dex saves.
2 dex saves.
Number
yes.
1. Do you want me to roll disadvantage?
Do we want him to roll disadvantage?
Okay, number first. Number the first is a 16.
Okay, it meets.
Number the second is a 18. Will succeed. All right. It is now Mortho's turn.
Morthos having a little bit more pent-up frustration today than normal. He's going to decide to just run and flank the creature on the right.
Why so frustrated?
Okay.
I felt like this,
you.
man.
So you rush forth and go to flank the creature.
Yes.
Go ahead and
And
make your attack.
I will be casting Booming Blade.
Yeah, you make your attack with advantage.
Be an unnatural 20.
It hits.
Rogue it.
Love it.
Rogaine it.
Ooh, that's great. So the booming blade is an 8 for
8.
thunder damage.
Okay.
10, 14, 16, and 25 magical damage.
Woo!
Nice.
Okay, so you pierce into the muscle of his back, and he groans as he turns back and sees you having rushed out of the center. As soon as you rush out of the center, you feel the pounding force of the weight and the gravity of this space, which apparently is meant to kind of immobilize. I need you to roll a strength saving throw.
Just what you're good at.
I'm using my advantage that I have.
Okay.
Because I suck at
Is
this.
it terraforming the space?
A
Superman?
16.
16.
Twist
So
for advantage.
you take 3 force damage as you feel the weight of this dome weighing you down.
Does it feel like it was only when I crossed outside of that room?
You felt it as soon as you crossed out of the bounds of the central, like through the bounds of the pillars.
Can I give him some bardic
So then I will
On
move
your turn.
10 feet back in. I should have 10 feet left.
Okay. You
And I'll
hop right back in, and you feel the weight of it leave you.
leaving. Alright, and then I will take the dodge action.
Dodge action. Very good. Sola, you're up.
Hearing Wolfram's last comment of he won't fight until they reason, I'm gonna just kind of say to him, if they attack first, reason is typically out of the question. And I'm gonna run up to the pillar for the guy on the right.
Here?
No, like in front of the weird dragon guy.
Like here?
One over to the left, other left. Yep. I'm going to make an attack on it.
Okay, roll your attack.
Oh. 10.
Does not hit. So your first attack, you go to punch, and your missing hand is the radiant fist that appears glows brightly, and you hit it in its side, but you underestimate the strength of the muscle, and you do not find a weak spot there. You go to make your second attack.
Second attack, I'm going to use one of my inspirations.
Okay, so you're rolling with advantage.
Mm-hmm. There we go. 26.
Frustrated, you follow up your second attack with an open palm underneath its face, and you blast it under the chin as its head is thrown backwards, and it kind of looks down at you.
11 damage, and I'm going to stunning strike it.
As he is stunned.
Do we want to use a disadvantage?
Yes.
Agreed.
Sure.
Okay.
You should have one left. Right, Scoob?
I rolled a 17 and a 21.
We'll take the lower of the 3.
So it's 17. Does that pass?
Yeah.
Okay, so he is not stunned. You have a bonus action attack if you care to use it, or you can do a flurry of blows.
I'm going to use my bonus attack.
Okay.
15 plus 8.
Hits. Roll your damage. As you frustrated that he seems to shake off the stun, you go to sweep the legs and aim for his Achilles and jam the heel of your foot into it, and as his leg buckles with how much damage?
8.
8 damage. Okay, very good. Wolfram.
Is there fire on the wall? The far wall there?
There are what are little sconces are at the kind of the corners of this space, the spherical wall, just kind of lighting it up dimly.
How high are they off the ground?
They're on the ground. They're just little sconces which are kind of set like a foot off the ground.
Alright. I'm gonna line myself up to Eldritch Blast, the one on the left there, into the sconce.
Okay, so you are
Probably the best spot is where I am.
You kind of you're trying to get to that sconce.
No, when I say left, I meant right, I guess.
So
that
this one here. So
yes.
that's left. Yep, the western sconce. So you move. You have to move out of the. To do that.
I do. Why?
There's a straight line to get to there.
Really?
I mean,
Are you trying to push it into the
you'd
fire?
probably, it'd probably be
Oh.
more here.
It'd be like
But
more.
It's like right where I was standing is a straight line. To, right?
Let's get a ruler out, guys.
I'd say, yeah, that's probably right. Right about there is good. So you're not quite outside the pillars. You're good there. You can hit it from there.
Alright, well.
My perspective is, I can see it clear on the screen, so that's, yeah, you're good there.
Okay. First, I would like to be listening to see if there are any other invisible things around me. If
Okay.
it's even possible to hear that.
You get the sense that these are the only two other creatures in here with you.
Alright. I will Eldritch Blast that guy into the wall.
Okay.
20.
Hits.
Alright.
Moves back 10
and
feet.
as my new ability beckons forth, it launches him into the wall 10 feet.
So he is blasted back and rams into the wall, and you see the wall kind of fizzle with energy, but he does not pass through. And you see him kind of bristle against the wall and fall to his knee as he catches himself. What's the damage?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. This one is 10.
Okay, and the second blast.
Oh. As he hits the wall and falls, the last shot goes right over his head and hits the wall.
And you see again a spider of energy that goes through the sphere, but nothing happens. Okay.
He doesn't light on fire?
Sorry?
He isn't lit on fire by the sconce?
He falls into the sconce, but the fire does not seem to affect him very much.
Oh, shucks.
And at that, you see Gal turn, and he looks at the creature and puts out his hand, and a massive line of electrical lightning surges forth and washes over the creature, slams into the far wall, and he makes a dex save, which is a 14. He
He
fails.
as in the dragon, or he as in Gal?
The creature here.
Okay. The
Creature makes as the lightning just blasts through its chest, and he rolls 8d6.
Well,
He's scared of dying.
Gal did this?
Gal did this to him.
Just burn a level 4
Making
spell.
sure. What is that spell?
That is lightning. It's just not a ray of lightning. It's basically fireball except in lightning form. It's third level spell.
Is that the thing that hits everything in a row?
In that line, yeah.
Yeah. It's like that spear I had.
Yeah.
Oh, if only he moved, he could have gotten both of them.
So he does 30 points of lightning damage to it.
how many?
30 points of lightning damage, though you see that it resists and doesn't quite take the full bore of the lightning damage. Okay. And as he does, you can see that he is kind of hunched over and steps back in, and you see the weight lifted from him. As he's
Don't step out there. There is a crushing gravitational push. I don't know how it is doing that. Anyway, I think there's a connection between the outer orbs and the inner orbs. Okay, continue.
And it is now Eli's turn.
I'm gonna get within 20 feet of the one he just lightninged.
Okay.
Apparate my sword and throw it at it.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
Am I above it?
You are above it, although it does not give you advantage given its size.
Okay.
And you're not right next to it. You don't have advantage on ranged.
If I could get next to, I could get next.
You could get next to it, but you would be like
got it.
eye
So
level
I'm
with
just
it.
gonna
Yeah.
throw at it. Nope. First one, my sword just sails right past. I bonus action, bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
In that bonus action, if you'll let me do this,
I will not let you do this.
I'm gonna do it anyway, and then I'll forego my other action. If you'll let me do that.
No, because an attack is the 2 attacks.
Then I'm throwing it at him again.
Okay.
That one's gonna hit. 15. So
15 on the die?
No, plus stuff.
So 15 on the die plus.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
So that hits, yes.
And I'm
Why
gonna.
do you say the total?
Because it's 22 and it's gonna hit.
22
so,
hits.
Throw it right for center mass.
And it hits him straight in the chest, the broken blade piercing into its chest as it's been just shattered in a matter of moments by a lightning blast and a barrage of blows, and now the sword of Eli. And your damage is?
I forgot to roll.
400.
It, I think 5 plus 6. Oh, 5 plus. Yeah. 11.
Okay, and so the blood comes pouring out of its chest as Zeus is now up.
Zeus is gonna run straight towards the first one and bite it.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
You should have advantage because you have someone.
You do have advantage.
Okay, good. Okay, that was a 17 plus. It's a 23.
23 hits?
Yes. So I roll a d6 plus.
Yep.
5.
You roll 2d6 and take the higher one.
Ooh, okay. 10.
Okay, very good.
Nice.
And second attack? With advantage?
Natural 20.
Alright, roll 3d6 and take the higher 2.
Nice.
Okay, 3 and 4.
7 plus 5 is 12.
Yep.
Okay, very good. As this guy is getting slashed to pieces, is he staying there?
He's gonna. Can he try to move back towards the circle?
Sure.
He's gonna do that.
He does that, and as he does, there is a sword brought down in opportunity against him. And it is a 25 to hit. He takes 18 slashing damage. Right. It is then his turn. You see him.
Can you react and bite him?
No, you had to stay there.
Ah!
You just totally nerfed what he can do.
Why did I do
You
that?
did.
But you're learning.
You're learning. It's okay.
Well, now I'll never make that mistake
He
again.
just got this ability. You see him turn, and as he does so,
Disability.
Do you have?
you see 3 identical images all pop out next to him. And they all look identical, wielding the same sword with the same wounds. This one flies around and lands next to Jaga and his friend, and you see the 3 images appear next to him as well. Okay. And after that, they each take swings. This one swinging at Sola, and this one swinging at Jaga. So the first against Sola is a natural 20 and a 17.
Miss.
Okay, so you take 36 slashing damage, and you begin to bleed profusely.
Holy McMoly.
And as you bleed, you feel just the necrotic sap. You get the sense that if you don't stop this bleeding, you will continue to take damage. And so you take the 18 damage as
Wait,
this-
18 or 36?
I'm sorry, 36.
Okay.
Yeah, 36. 'Cause it was
I was like, that's a big difference.
Yep. Jaga, the next one attacks you, and that is a 25
Yeah.
and a
Close.
23.
Yeah, they both hit.
Okay. So you take 36 points of damage, and you two are bleeding profusely.
I hate that I'm this far back in the initiative order.
I know, because you do all the damage
Okay.
and not kill it.
And it is now as that
You gotta
as
just
they
call the same, lay up some assists.
nope, they're gonna stay right there. It is
Yeah.
now
Sure he
Jaga's
doesn't
turn.
want to move? I'm pretty sure he wants to move.
It is now Jaga's turn.
I will attack
Okay.
the guy in front of me.
So you turn and make your attack. On your turn, you take 5 bleeding damage.
And I'm down.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Bleeding damage?
Yeah, it was at.
It's 30-some damage for his.
Oh,
And
that's
he
right.
ran
One
into-
attack and you got 20 damage.
Your body continues to bleed.
He gave himself 20 damage.
No, you gave me 20 damage.
That is not.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
So how do I stop that?
Let's watch the videotape.
It is now Yanni's turn as you see your friend fall.
So I mean, I don't know how to stop the bleeding, but I like is that.
Not your job. Kill everyone.
All right. I look
That's
at
your job.
all 4 of these beasts, and their heads turn to cloud giants in my mind, and they look at me and they say, "Hey, purple man, your mama's so ugly, a boomerang wouldn't even come back to her." And I say, "Oh, you don't say that about my mama." And my hair goes white and lightning cracks, and then I move to flank it.
You move to flank what?
The goblin thing up there?
This one or this one?
That one up
This
there.
one?
Come
Okay,
on.
there's 4 of them surrounding it. Which one are you flanking?
Oh no.
Would they
The
multiply?
only one I can flank? I mean, I want to have
Oh,
advantage.
I mean, you can flank any of them.
Oh.
The one that's clearly real.
I want the one that's the mini.
Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna use my advantage.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 14.
14. You are unsure which one is the original.
Start swinging, man.
1, 2, 3, 4. Please roll a d4.
1.
You think this is the real one?
Yeah, it
Oh,
is. It is the
no.
real one.
So you rush up to try to flank it. Go ahead and roll your attack.
I killed it.
15.
I finally got a
15. You
what you do,
swing
boys.
and it misses.
And then I go, oh boy, it's hammering time. 19.
19. You swing straight down, and this isn't quite the way mirror image works, by the way.
I was gonna
But
say.
given that you're trying to flank it, you specifically said that. That's why I'm doing it this way.
Gotcha. That means forcible.
And it does disappear.
So what
It now has 2.
Oh.
You have a bonus. No, you use your bonus action to rage.
You
You still have movement left,
I also my storm aura now can affect anything within a 10-foot range.
but it's a bonus action to do that, right? Oh, is it automatically?
I thought that was the level up
I can't remember.
effect.
What is your? What is it?
It's all you said. It's always active now.
Yeah, you said it's always active. That was what we talked about last
Okay.
week.
Okay. So then I need to make a dex save.
Yes.
That is a 14.
That meets.
So he passes. So he takes half damage.
Wow.
1.
Halved again.
So he takes 1 damage.
Yeah, these are considered.
Okay, very good. It is now.
Oh, I want to make sure that I'm in the square.
You are. Yeah, you have
Okay.
not gone out. It is now young. No, you just went. It is now this
My turn.
bugbear's turn, who turns and takes an attack. That's a 19. That hits. I'm gonna roll to see if I. And the second one
Okay.
disappears.
Thin in the herd.
I like it. I like it. I like it.
Okay, it is now Kildrick's turn.
Okay. He looks down. Are they goblins? Like, what are these enemies? Or what
These
called?
look like horned,
Okay.
almost like half ogre, half gargoyle
The creatures
type creature.
that are down
yeah.
there. The 3 on the right.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to illuminate them once more. My fairy fire.
Okay, so you are fairy firing once more.
Yes, I'm trying to get the 3 of them into it.
Okay, so you're attempting to make that happen. Okay, I roll a
Come on.
dex save,
save.
for
Come
one
on.
of them. That is a 7.
Fails.
He is lit up. You have advantage on attacks against him. All right, well done.
Did I
you
not
stay-
get any of the other ones in it?
They all light up
Okay.
because they are reflections of him.
Okay, got it.
Morthos.
We have people down, bleeding out, right?
Yeah, but we're gonna kill them quicker now.
So
Okay.
yeah, I'm going to go attack the one that he just lit up.
Okay,
Two
Morthos,
fails if they
you
fail.
rush back up.
You get 2 fails.
Roll your attack.
Yeah, using booming blade again.
Okay, roll your attack.
Do I have advantage because it's lit up?
You just have advantage.
Not just
Can I
out.
stop? Can I stop even?
I rolled 2 4s.
Oh boy.
2 4s. You miss.
I miss.
Your second attack.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. So this is your offhand bonus
Yep.
action.
That would be a 25.
That one hits.
That one hits, but that's enough.
It does not have booming blade.
No booming blade,
I
but it
think
does have
that's how
sneak
that should
attack.
work.
It does have sneak attack. Hold on, let me. Disappears.
Alright. Then I will
Why did that one disappear?
He hit the image, the mirror image.
we'll take the dodge action.
Do the mirror images have my sword sticking out of their chest as well?
They all do.
Good, so I'll know which one's real when it recalls to me.
If
Yeah.
if it doesn't update the image,
Well,
you get the sense that magically these images are all
A
bound.
mirror image.
A mirror image.
It'll break my concentration and kill you.
Sola, you're up.
That's
As
so you
you have one ally down behind you, which roll perception.
I can't do anything about it, so.
Someone has to have health potions.
11.
We got some.
Yeah, who's carrying
I'm not.
17.
You are aware that
Wait,
Jaga
I
has
am.
gone down.
I think you are.
I am. How many did we get again?
I'm gonna shout out, Jaga's gone! Down!
Gone?
Gone.
Down.
Dead.
Damn,
So since I was in combat with him and haven't moved, I would know what the real image is, right?
It's the magic of it makes
It's
it
magic.
impossible to tell. On your turn, I need you to roll
Oh, it
a.
is my turn.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It is your turn. You take 5 bleeding damage.
See, that's gonna be 2 fails for Yaga.
Okay.
I got him.
And then do I have to roll a...
Do you come up
What?
before me, Steve?
So I think that was. You got
Can't hear it.
32.
Can you spare the dying?
I'm at 6 health points left.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Can,
Well, you had 32, and now you
I
just
had,
took.
I had 38, then I got 36
You have all
worth
three?
of health of hits.
36 worth of.
Damage, but I had
Damage.
9 temporary hit points, so that brought me to 11,
Right,
and then I'm at 6 now.
because you just had the 5. Okay, so you have. Very good. I forgot about the temporary hit points. Thank you. Okay, so you're at 5 and
6.
6. It is your turn.
What do I have to roll to try to hit the real thing?
You roll an attack.
rarely you would go down.
Oh, and it's just random?
Yeah, and then I roll a dice to see if I get above a 6. Then above now I have to get above an 8.
Oh, I'm at advantage. So.
You are at advantage.
14, 15, 22.
That hits, and one of the images disappears.
Alright, alright,
Second
alright.
attack?
Second attack.
The good news is their turn's not up. So
That's great. You can knock out all these images.
20.
That hits, and you hit the creature.
Ooh, the real one?
The real one.
Gonna use Stunning Strike.
Okay.
Watch my sword in
What's the
further.
damage?
all the
9.
9. Okay, very good. Am I rolling with disadvantage?
Be the last one.
No, the thing says we have 2.
Oh, do we have 2?
This would
Yeah, we
put
have
us down to
Used
1.
2 so far. We have 2 more left.
So I say yes.
I say
Yeah,
yes
that's
then.
good. Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
rolling with disadvantage.
Alright, we're down to 1 disadvantage now.
19.
My
You
goodness,
suck,
what's his...
man.
I rolled a 16 and a 15.
I can still think you suck. Lovingly.
It's a con. That's con? No, that's not con. I always mess it up.
Wisdom.
17.
It's...
Okay.
Okay, and my last attack. $21.
Hits again.
Yes.
Savage Attacker. That's an 8.
8.
Do
Very
I want to
good.
use one more Stunning Strike?
Well, the other one really hasn't been hit yet.
Yeah, so the other one hasn't been hit at all.
Where are we
That
in
one's
initiative order?
Solo.
Solo's up, then Wolfram's next.
Wolfram, Eli.
Nah.
Bruce.
I think he'll be dead. Let's save it for the other one.
Okay.
That was metagaming, I understand.
All
Sorry.
game, every day. That's just
Alright.
teamwork.
Wolfram, you're up.
I'm gonna glance at the pedestals,
You see the.
the gray ones next to the flames.
These here?
Yeah.
Those are pillars. So those are
Pillars?
pillars that go up.
All the way
Then
up?
These are the inert spheres, and these are the blinking blue spheres. Pillars go all the way up to the ceiling, of the sphere.
Okay.
My cloud jumping, I slow fall, which is anti-gravity.
So there's nothing happening in the spheres that are orange right now.
Yeah, they're just kind of inert.
If I walk up 5 feet and touch it, what happens?
Touch it.
I touch it. Nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
Okay. Well, then we'll from whispers to nevermore. Nevermore will fly to Yaga, and my action will be spare the die.
Okay, so Yaga is spared. You are currently stabilized.
I'll have him. You can come back to me too.
Okay. Okay, Eli.
I'm going to bonus action. Call my
Called
sword back.
Okay,
Yep.
that's your bonus action.
I'm going to. I'm gonna throw it at him again.
Okay, make your attack.
Crit fail.
Okay, roll d20, please.
3. It's usually a broken bowstring.
Yes, it is a broken bowstring.
I'll take it. So I'll call it back.
Well, you use your
I
bonus
can't,
action
correct.
already. Yeah, it goes flying and gets lodged in the flaming sconce.
Okay. Would I be able to? I couldn't do this. I can't shoot it with my bow, could I?
Your crossbow.
Yeah. Nah, screw it. Gonna turn and pivot and shield bash this guy. I'm gonna just run and charge him.
Oh, that's right. I totally forgot you're adjacent to another enemy. You should be rolling at disadvantage. Anyway, go ahead.
Why?
Because you can't make a range attack normally when you are technically engaged with another creature in melee combat.
So that's a Drew Brees. He does a great job.
All-time touchdown.
So I'm gonna run and shield tackle him.
So you're trying to knock him back.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just trying to do something because I can't do anything.
Okay, roll a. This is a shove action.
Sure.
So go ahead.
I'm trying to.
What do I do?
Strength or athletics.
Athletics. 18.
I rolled a natural 20, so it's 28.
I think I win. It's golf, right? The lower one.
That's right. So he does not budge. Zeus, you are up.
Does he take damage yet?
Zeus.
No.
He's gonna run straight at that monster and bite it.
Okay.
The one that is fairy fired.
Yep, they're all fairy fired, so you roll with advantage.
Okay.
Roll a strength
Wait a second.
save, please.
Okay, that works. I didn't roll an advantage when I attacked him, so the
So then I
advantage
add my
and
strength
disadvantage.
modifier to it.
So it worked.
Well done.
Then I add the +5 to my modifier as a strength save.
The strength
Or
save
the
is the
+8.
8.
So it's 20.
20. You take 4 force damage as the weight of the gravity pushes down.
Okay.
And oh, I forgot Val.
He is not
You're
a
welcome.
boss. Don't think that.
We're making you useless.
He is the leader.
He
But at least you're not dead.
turns and sees Yaga down, and
I'm so I can't say thank you.
he says,
We need to say this more clearly. Yes, that's better.
and there's dispel magic, and the
You're so pissed off. I'm so far off.
and then he turns and Zeus, make your attacks.
Quick fail.
Roll your d20.
Wow. His teeth break a bowstring.
Dude, if you bite Yaga, you're done.
3.
3.
I think he's over by
Did we roll the same thing?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Oh, good.
You bite Sola.
Okay.
Or gal.
Or your own leg.
That is a
I'm good.
27.
27.
What?
That hits. Roll your damage. 2d6. Take the higher.
You maxed it, didn't you?
No, 8.
8. All right. Odds or evens, Molly.
Odds, because the odds are ever in my favor.
Not this time. I rolled a
No.
3. So you take 11
I'm
damage and you go down.
Zeus, good God, what are you doing?
Sorry. Good God, man.
Bad boy, bad boy. He's just shouting that repeatedly.
I'm about to drop sick and
This is
on
great.
all of us, right?
Well, he gets another attack.
That's terrible.
Second attack.
We'll figure it out later.
Don't crit fail again.
And Morthos.
Sorry, I got distracted.
I get 2 death fails on me.
Okay, that is a 25.
Hits. Roll your damage.
Is this Kildrick's
10.
turn?
10.
Or
10?
Zeus's turn?
This is Zeus.
This is
Zeus's
Zeus.
turn.
Okay.
Okay. Very good. And
He's staying right there.
you stand right there. Very good.
I learned from my mistakes.
Well, okay.
Okay.
Maybe not right there, but yeah, play him.
You know what?
Ready,
He's doing
go.
it. He's doing it.
Bad guy's turn.
Bad guy's turn.
What if I no ghost?
Turns to Morthos and takes his 2 attacks.
At disadvantage.
Did you take the
Took a dodge action.
dodge bonus action?
I did. Could I not do that actually?
You took an offhand attack, so you could not.
Does Fairy Fire do anything to his attacks?
No.
Okay, I'll blind him.
Blind
yes.
him?
Sure. Now
So
it's
I
at
did say
disadvantage.
dodge action. If I would have known that, obviously I would have been moving.
Yeah.
But
Sorry. It said
alright,
if when you
I
take,
wasn't.
yeah.
You're absolutely right.
yeah. I'm rolling with disadvantage because he is. Are you upcasting it?
I can't. I don't have my sword on me.
That's right. So the first attack is at disadvantage. It's 23 to hit.
Yep.
15 and 16 on the die.
These dice are really good to you today.
Chip.
So that is
I've had it for a
18.
while.
And I hellish rebuke him.
I love it.
Okay.
But I'm usually asleep.
Said 18.
I was
Yep.
trying to see what Chip said.
And as
Sorry.
the radiant
Cross
fire
over your
explodes around
face.
him, he just kind of
Oh,
laughs it off,
Yeah.
Laughs it
But I
off.
can't see anything.
not taking any of the fire damage.
Any of it.
He makes and
Is it radiant or fire
I thought
fire?
it was half and half.
it's technically fire, but thematically.
Okay.
He takes his second attack normal, which means he has advantage, and there's a 1 and a 3, so 11.
No.
You are bleeding,
Isn't the one a crit fail?
but it's
Advantage.
okay. And
I'm scared. Why
as
is it- why
that
was it
happens,
advantage?
he snaps his fingers and teleports.
These are mirror image thing.
Does the mirror image give him advantage on attacks?
You don't know.
Yes. Okay.
Teleports next to his ally. And the ally sees the bugbear and takes an attack.
Can we get them merged together?
Ooh,
That is
so
a
Megazord.
17,
We're just doing really good. 10 misses.
which meets its AC. That's 18, which because he was healed, does not put him down.
Who was he?
The goblin.
Goblin was healed. Makes a second attack against him.
I thought he was
Ooh,
down.
that's a natural 20.
And there we go.
I
So
know
that
he was
puts him
down.
down. And he is bleeding. In case you want to try to save him. He looks around and smiling, and inky darkness emerges as the entire area around him is obscured with magical darkness. It is now Jaga's turn. As you get hit, no, you're stabilized,
Stable.
but your body is bleeding, so you take 2 death fails.
Cool.
Even though he's
Even
stabilized?
though he's
Yeah, it says stable.
He is stable, but his body is bleeding.
But stable means he's not bleeding, not anything.
It is a effect of the weapon, So he is bleeding.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
no wait. If you're
Becomes stable.
so the
Let's see what stable means.
Get the dictionary.
Because if he rolled
the
three
it was a
successes-
magical spell that you used. So I guess I will consider that magical healing,
Stable is not your
which does
condition.
not which does away with the bleeding condition. So you are stable. Sorry,
I assume
John.
that's what stable means.
Yeah. Yanni, you are up.
Am I in that one starting range over there?
You are outside of
Or
it.
else he'd be dead.
Oh, you are within the threatened range of this guy, yes. But you are outside of the magical darkness.
But I see it.
And you see it. Yep. You see a big, inky, dark, black.
He's baiting us.
Start punching.
I'm raging right now, and I need to.
No longer loses hit points.
I'm gonna attack the one next to me.
Okay. Roll your attack.
10.
Misses. Second.
advantage.
9.
I don't.
Oh, wait, I have an advantage.
Well, he is glowing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is.
So the first attack misses. Having rolled with both of those would have missed.
Yes,
So
okay.
second attack you roll with advantage.
Yeah.
That'll do.
23.
Hits. Roll your damage.
That is helpful. What is it?
Hold on, let me.
Let's see, do.
The third one disappears.
See what the rule is.
So don't worry about your damage. Okay, but he is in within the aura,
Yes.
and he makes the save. Go ahead and roll your damage.
1.
Takes one.
Got it.
A boy.
The other guy's within the aura as well. He rolls a 14.
That meets, I believe.
So he makes the save, and he also takes 1 damage.
Yeah, that meets.
Doing
Okay.
damage though, huh?
It is now. Well, the bugbear is down.
I don't know what to do.
He takes 2 death fails, and I need someone to roll. Jaga, go ahead and roll a death save for your bugbear friend.
You can't even see him. No, yeah.
10.
He passes. Okay.
Wait, the nerd's down?
Yeah.
No.
Milk.
No.
Bugbear is
Milk
down.
is down.
It is now Kildrick's turn.
Oh, jeez. So Kilder can't see what's in there, going
Cannot
on in
see
the
what's
darkness?
in there. Nope.
Solo.
You do see Sola down.
Unconscious, bleeding out.
Well, then I run straight over to her.
Okay. You're gonna cast Cure Wounds, I take it.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm gonna do a level 3,
Cure Wounds. All right,
Cure
3d8 plus 5.
3d8 plus 5.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. Plus 23.
23.
Wow.
23 health back. Your bleeding has stopped, and you are invigorated.
That's big time.
Very good.
I
You
broke
have
concentration on the fairy fire on him then.
for what?
Well, I used a spell.
But that Cure Wounds is not concentration spell, so you're
okay,
still
so
maintaining
One hand
it.
I did that, and one hand I healed her.
Yep.
Okay.
And you still have a bonus action if you care to use it.
Yes, I'm gonna give solo bardic inspiration.
Okay, you have a d6 worth of inspiration. Well done. And it is now Wolfram's turn,
Oh, Wolfie. Wolframs. Why'd you skip me?
because I don't like you. Morthos, you're up.
Truth comes out.
It's all good. Just for that.
Roll a. I know you take 5. You take 5
Five.
bleeding damage.
Alright. We can do that. So Morthos, not going to go into the darkness that's there, but believing he can probably see the creature on the other side, is going to run right over and flank him with Yanni.
Yep, you are flanking with Yanni.
Ogre Mage Sword and Booming Blade.
Yeah, roll your attack.
There's my other one.
Isn't that the one you boomed the blade on before?
Yeah, but there was a round in between there.
Yep.
That's how that works.
19.
Hits.
So the Booming Blade is an 8 again. 5, 10, 14, be 20 magical damage.
You pierce through the back of his spine, and as the booming, thunderous explosion of magical energy goes forth, his guts explode all over Yanni.
Yes!
He reaches down, crumples
Come on.
to his knees.
And Yanni doesn't get killed. And with that, I will just turn around and take the dodge action.
Okay. Sola, you are up. Half your movement to stand up.
Yep.
And you see a large, thick cloud of darkness. And no sign of Jaga or Eli.
Well, I guess I'll just hope for the best and kind of shoot blindly in there.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
I'm gonna use my one advantage.
Okay,
Taking a
so
dodge
you can roll one of those. Their first attack normally.
Yep. Is Bardic Inspiration on attacks
Yep.
or?
You can roll add your d6.
Well, you don't
You
have
can use
to. You
it.
can roll first and then
Yeah.
decide. If
Oh,
you
I
use it.
can.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
With disadvantage.
We all have that, don't we?
Bardic inspiration?
Do we all have
20.
From
No.
I know, just a
Unnatural.
+9, that was all.
With
we
Hits.
disadvantage.
No.
she's
I
using
used one of my
advantage.
inspiration. Savage attacker.
Sweet.
9.
Okay, and your second attack with disadvantage.
Okay. That's another unnatural 20.
That hits.
Good work of the Bardic inspiration. Love it.
And that's another 9.
Good job, team.
Oh, 9. Well done.
Good job.
Well played.
And bonus action.
I don't think I'm gonna risk it. Can I hold my bonus action?
You cannot.
Worth it.
I can't. I'll go for it.
Okay, make your attack with disadvantage.
One of them was a crit. 12.
Does not hit. So you take your 2 radiant blasts. Poof, poof. You hear a satisfying with from the dark cloud. The third one you shoot, it just sizzles through the cloud. And Wolfram, you are now up.
Is this like magic darkness or is it
It
a
is.
cloud?
It is magic darkness.
Sweet.
It does not affect your vision at all.
I will use my advantage.
Okay.
One of mine.
Okay.
And I will shoot him
Very good.
and attempt to push him off everybody.
Yep.
10 feet. Come on, baby. 25.
Hits.
Sweet.
Was that a concentration spell? Oh.
8
Oh, he centered
damage.
it on him.
8 damage.
And I will use advantage again.
Okay. Roll your attack. So it's just a straight roll. Because no, sorry. Yep. Advantage.
That is a miss. 12.
Does not hit. But he is backed up, and as the bolt hits him, you watch as the darkness
Oh, he lost
goes
concentration.
away because I failed my concentration save.
Yay!
And then, I guess we're just gonna figure this out after, huh? No, I'm gonna move as far towards the blue light as I can in the corner near me. Is my speed half speed?
Nope. Full speed.
Does it burn as I get closer to me? Does it burn me as I get closer?
It does not. It just is flickering in and out, and you do roll a strength save.
Does it starts hurting as I get closer?
As soon as you
Remember the force damage?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Strength save.
Strength save.
I'm gonna kill this one. Ooh, wow. Do I have a negative? Strength save 17.
You take 5 force damage. As you make your way to the orb, what are you doing with the orb?
I don't know yet.
Use your action, so you're just approaching it. You just
can I grab it like I grabbed the other one?
you can.
Wolfram's gone.
I mean, I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, so that'll be an action to.
Oh, it's an action to grab
It's a
something?
large orb,
Oh,
so
then
it'll have to be.
I have to wait.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. It is.
My turn.
It is
Gal's
Gal's
Oh,
turn.
Sweet. Get up, Gal.
Gal.
Oh, Gal's
looks.
down.
He rushes forward. He says,
You need to get out of here.
and he reaches out his hand, and I need someone to roll a wisdom saving throw.
8.
You see him disappear as he banishes him.
Oh.
He's going to probably come back, since I would assume this is his home plane of Acheron, in about 1 minute. So, you can all ready your attacks and unleash the proverbial hell upon him when he returns. Although you may want to stabilize your friend over here, reduce the bleeding, etc., etc.
Which one?
Who is it now?
We basically have 10 rounds to heal up
Yaga's
and
down.
do whatever.
Who's the friend who's down?
He points to the bugbear.
Should we try to figure out how to get out?
Yes.
Okay.
Fix it?
Does anybody have a health potion?
Yeah, I have-
Yaga's down.
I have 3.
We are in initiative still, so
Oh.
Eli, it is your turn.
I call my sword back.
Okay, bonus action.
Can I now forego an action to light it up?
Technically, the way action economy works is a bonus action is a bonus action. You can't make it an action.
Okay.
You have 9 more rounds.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna walk over to Yaga, open up one of the health potions, and
Yeah.
no, I can't. That's a bonus action to give
It's
it
a
to him.
bonus action. You know, next turn. All right, Zeus is up. I need Zeus to make a strength save.
Oh, come on, Zeus.
And then move him back onto the thing.
So 17.
Take 5 force damage.
Thought it was 4 last time.
Five is
rolling
good.
everything.
Ah!
Him kicking.
Okay.
He's still up.
Yep.
Okay, he comes back on, I presume.
Yes, he does.
Okay,
He's smart. And I'm not.
and it is. This is 1 round. Jaga is stable on the ground. Yanni, what are you doing?
I can't. I recalled my sword.
Can I investigate the tables over there? In the room?
Tables. These over here?
Yes, those ones.
Sure.
Knowing that I have time to run over there.
Okay, make a strength save.
That's gonna be an 11.
You take 5 force damage. You see that the tables are covered with books and scrolls and things of this nature.
So I'm gonna yell out, "Hey, there's books over here and things. Should we try to figure out how to get out of here before that thing comes back?" And then, I mean, I don't have.
Okay, that's your turn, Kildrick.
Oh, I want to move back.
It's gonna go over to. What's the thing that's down again? What's his name? Who's down?
The bugbear is down.
I'm gonna go over and heal it.
Okay, so you step up.
And I have a song for him.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a level 2 healing word.
Level 2.
I mean, level 2 curing.
Cure wounds.
Cure wounds.
Very good.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll.
Right. All our times have come here, but now they're gone. Seasons don't feel the reaper, no the wind, nor the sun, or the rain can be like they are. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Take my hand, don't fear the reaper. We'll be able to fly. Don't fear the reaper, baby, I'm your man.
That was incredible!
Dramatic music back on instantly.
How much do you 2d8 plus 5?
2d8 plus 5, so let's see.
Was my cowbell loud enough?
So you gave that to the orc and not to Yaga? For the
Dude,
other
I know,
guy?
right?
It's down and bleeding, alright?
I just
cares
just
about
a
that
question.
thing?
I didn't know. I was clarifying.
I got saved.
So it is
I'm with
a
you. You're stabilized. That's fine.
13 plus 5, so yeah.
18.
18.
Wow, nice. Well done. So he is not bleeding and he stands up.
I don't know.
Let me at him! Where is he?
I can't just let him bleed to death. Savages.
Swear to me.
Where are the other drugs?
Alright, Morthos. What you you doing, buddy?
So,
you take 5 bleeding damage.
Sure.
Oh, we still need to heal them.
Again, he heals the stupid goblin.
Hearing
death.
what's his name, little wizard dude, saying something about the orbs and kind of watching Wolf from under the other one. I think I'm gonna run to the blue orb on the left.
Here.
Yep. Grab it and dash back inside with it.
Oh.
So it's an action to pick it up.
Action, pick it up. I'll
Okay.
bonus action dash with it back in.
Roll a strength save.
Strength save. Yes.
I don't know what this does, but I feel like we need it.
I don't know. It'd be an 11.
You take 4 force damage as you pick it up and move it back.
Nothing happens.
As you pass within the boundary of
Yep.
the circle,
That's what I'm kind of curious.
the sigil, a
Yes.
quarter of the sigil turns blue,
Yep. Alright.
and the sphere that you are next to has the top of it opens up.
Like I can put it in it.
That's what it appears.
That's what I'm
Dunk
gonna
it.
do.
It's
I'm gonna
360.
dunk it, you know. Just
Okay,
like in the what was
so-
it? What's the Tron? The movie? I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Tron.
You place it in, the top closes, and it glows green, and the sigil turns green in this.
Guys,
quarter.
grab
Green is
the
always
orbs.
good.
Put them in the corners. I think I did something. It might kill us all, but hey, it did something.
Sola, you're up.
That was only
I
one
can
round.
do the same thing as well. I think I have enough movement.
That's only. Oh, we have 10 full rounds of everybody.
Can I try like
Okay.
Just
small,
action to pick it up.
Yep. Slow cloud jumping boots with a slow fall to reduce the gravity?
Do you have a bonus? You have to use a key point to step of the wind back in, if you want to make it a one.
How did
turn.
you move me?
You use your action to pick it up.
Use your action to pick it up.
I still have 50 feet of movement though.
You have 50 feet of movement.
She's now faster than me.
I forgot.
There we go. Okay.
Roll a strength
She'll
save, please.
continue getting
So
faster.
you won't let me negate gravity?
As soon no,
She
it's
keeps getting
it's
faster.
yeah.
with the
Matt.
levels.
I was just trying.
I can use healing
No,
now
I
as a
need to
bonus
figure
action.
Yes, you
And
can.
I just
12.
figured that out.
12.
Well, you take 7 points of
Not
force
the same
damage.
time you use Cure
That one
Wounds.
was the highest.
No, I mean like.
You didn't pass the save, and I rolled really poorly on his fail.
Ah, nice.
Okay. You have the orb, and you deposit it in the canister, and this quarter glows green as the orb
Cool.
glows green. Wolfram, roll strength save, please.
8.
Take 12 force damage.
Ugh. This is the first real damage since I got kicked by the giant.
12 damage. Alright, I will try to pick that thing up.
Okay, you do.
I'll throw it into the hole.
And as the receptacle opens, you deposit, and as with the others,
I do a 360 as I do it.
this corner is of
Very
the room
slowly.
now glows green, and the orb itself is glowing green. Okay, and it is now Gal's turn.
Yeah, this is most excellent. You are doing so well. Well done. I am very pleased with this progression. And he's going to come back here in about 50 seconds.
Is that all he's doing with his turn?
I am holding an action to blast him as soon as he appears.
Eli.
Alright, everyone knows what to do. I'm gonna make sure Yaga can get back up. So I bonus action the small healing potion that I couldn't last time.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2d4 plus 2.
I can never pick these up.
They're tricky.
5.
5 hit points to Jaga.
Woohoo! Thank you.
Okay, Zeus, I presume, stays unless he's moving into position to attack. By the way,
he will.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, where's
he
gonna
will
come back?
appear in the exact location from which he
Well, then
was
he's gonna
sent.
get right next to where he was when he disappeared, and prepared to bite his ass.
There's like
alright?
8 more rounds left. That's really good. I think we got this.
Yeah, I think we got that.
Okay, it is now Jaga's turn.
I will use second wind.
Okay, so you heal yourself.
Nice.
Oh, can I
Let's
let
wait
Zeus use
8
second
rounds.
wind as well? Because
Yeah,
Wait,
absolutely.
Let's kill this thing.
So we're gonna roll a d10 plus 6.
Also, I'm gonna collect all the papers on the desks.
16.
Oh,
Wow.
you maxed it.
Yep.
Well done.
I've been rolling well today.
Okay, Yanni, your rage subsides.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You can always
Punch a
punch
pillar.
whoever's next to you.
Punch a pillar.
No, because I didn't do it on last turn. So.
You angrily slam that thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get the last
Okay,
orb.
Don't do
roll a
it yet.
strength saving throw.
Whoever's in the snake circle gets 50
14
damage.
again.
Yay, you
Let me
take
get
2
that.
force damage.
Does that
You
keep his
are
rage
there.
going?
Yeah, it took damage last time.
It does
My rage
keep
is
your
going
rage
still. I like it.
And you.
Clutch metagaming.
Well, it's not metagaming. That's just what would happen.
That's the
Sure.
rules. Yep. And what's your
I have
speed?
45.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Yep. And you deposit it in. The entire sphere
Opens up and all
shimmers green.
Now we fight a battle.
That demon from the cave before comes out.
And emerging from the blackness is snow.
I got excited.
What was that? Oh.
To the beholder.
As Gal melts away. No, the sphere is stabilized, and
Now we gotta get
there
home.
is a shutter in the rune,
Can I
and
heal
you hear a voice reverberate through the entire space.
Well done! You've done it! Excellent! If you care to, I can recall you at this moment.
No.
You can all just step through and place yourself on the sigil, and I will recall you, and we can study our trapped specimen.
No, I would ask.
I'm gonna spend 6 seconds going to the tables and collecting everything into my bag.
Okay.
I will ask.
And then we respond with like,
Maybe
give us like
25 seconds.
25
seconds. 5 more minutes.
All of us
I
just
just
investigate.
slide everything into my bag, go to the next one, slide it all into
Okay.
my bag.
Kildrick, it's your turn.
I look over at Jaga and I say, remember that moment where you lifted me, right? I have a spell that if I touch you, I can heal you. So we need to do that again.
It's pretty.
Are you gonna lift me?
It was nice.
This-
You need to lift me into the air.
This time they go more Titanic style.
never
And
let
then he
go.
starts sprinting towards him. And Jaga lifts him into the air.
So you jump, arms out. Jaga, roll a
Let him fall and just touch your foot.
roll an athletics check.
18.
As you effortlessly catch him in one motion,
The
lift
little
him up.
child
And then
with
you
the
hear
beard.
Coach says, so this is what it's like to be tall.
And it's in a movie when you
I
hear
just
like
say,
the record
"Ish."
screech, and we're all like, "You guys have been practicing that, huh?" It's pretty good.
This is a level 1 cure wounds.
No, I'm gonna use my level
What do you?
2.
Is this a component of your spell?
It's advanced dwarven magic.
So roll 2d8 plus 5.
I think it's a bullshitting there.
You're the one that I can't
Oh!
get
I'm sure I'll listen.
It's an 8.
Are you serious?
You can't.
No, it's
You
not.
can't.
Doesn't
that.
count.
It is an 8 though.
It is?
Yeah, but you can't count
Go
it.
ahead, roll.
Okay.
You failed.
Plus 5, so it's 15.
Okay, very good.
Yes,
15.
yes.
Morthos, you take
Appreciate it.
5 bleeding damage.
Oh yeah. Morthos is still
Hey guys,
Oh crap, he's still bleeding.
I'm still hurting over here.
Unfortunately, I can't do anything until you go down.
What are you doing?
I got nothing.
Uh,
Shantae hasn't.
I will stand there and ready in action. Wait for the
Okay.
guy to appear.
Okay, so you're waiting. Sola?
Gonna walk into the sigil,
Okay, Sola walks to the sigil, waiting.
and then I'll ready an action as well.
Okay, Gal as well walks into the sigil.
Since I used my cure wounds, I couldn't use a bonus
Correct.
action healing
Because
word.
you can't do two spells. You can do
Well,
a
one's with my fists and one's with my mouth.
you can do a cantrip and a spell, but not two
Okay.
spells. Eli.
I pull this Eye of Bookworm out,
Okay.
and I turn around and pivot and walk towards the stack of books behind me.
Okay.
And as a bonus action...
That's your full movement?
No, that was 30 feet. I have 5 more feet.
Oh, you're right, you do.
I want to move 5 feet down just to really get a good look at that table.
Roll a strength save, please.
10.
Take 9 points of force damage.
Yeah, there goes over 10 HP.
What is the? Does he use an action to do that, or bonus?
No, it's a bonus action. So, bonus action is you can use a bonus action to speak the eye's command word aloud.
Yep.
Which I assume he did. Did he identify this yet? He did not.
I inspected it.
Did you identify? Oh yeah, because it's only a minute. Did you tell us what it does? Yes, it's a Control F. Find.
I didn't tell anybody what it was.
Yeah, the
I don't know what it.
eye.
I didn't know that's what it did. I probably would have though.
If you
I would
can't
have
identify,
I would have told you.
You know how it works and what it does.
Because I gave it to you.
Yeah.
So, I want to use the bonus action to speak the eye's command word.
And what word are you seeking to search for?
What word am I looking for? I'm thinking Thalavar, but maybe there's something better.
I was just gonna take all of it, so.
I'm gonna search Thalavar.
Thalavar?
Yep.
You get thousands of hits.
Roll a d20. No, roll a d100. I.e.
I've never done this
the
before.
percentile. Roll the 2 d10s, please.
Use the dwarven dice.
It's a 10 and a 70.
So, a 71.
Okay.
No, 10 and a 70?
I think I grabbed the 2 D100s, so...
You did. You grabbed the 2 d100s.
So here's
75. Because I'm not going to make it a 15.
Oh boy.
I'm
Okay,
such a cheater. Do you want me to roll them together? Here, I'll roll it again.
That would probably be better.
76.
Nice!
Well done. Alright, you are able to quickly scan through several scrolls and bound books, and one of them in particular seems to be Thalavar's journal.
I want to grab that one, and then as my action, go back towards the sigil and put both of these things.
Well, it was your action to search. Bonus action to activate, action to search. You used your movement.
So I got time.
Zeus is staying put. This is turn number 3 that has gone by. Jaga.
I would turn to the bugbear and ask him, do you want to stay here or return with us?
Will I be able to rejoin my comrades?
Good question.
Just make promises, that's what we do. I guarantee it.
Kill first, make
I
promises.
can't
second.
promise you that.
Then I wish to return with you. You are honorable.
Very well. Maybe we can find out what happened to the rest of your people. We're called the Revengers for a reason.
Love it. Yanni.
We're just gonna kill each other because
I didn't see anything worth taking the first time I investigated those tables. Just books and scrolls.
Roll an investigation check.
$12.
They look like a bunch of books and scrolls to you.
Then I am going to step on the scroll and hold an action. Sigil and...
Okay. Your rage fades, and
I don't want it.
Bugbear
You're not bleeding anymore?
remains on the
I'm not
sigil.
bleeding at all.
Marlos is still bleeding, right?
Kildrick, he is still bleeding.
Guess I'm just a healing machine tonight.
I thought that's what you were.
That's your job. That's your job.
Congratulations, you did your function.
Yes, I have to heal people. Alright?
Alright, Jester.
Jeez.
Even Kildrick's crabby tonight.
Alright, I'm gonna use my final second level spell to
Okay.
cure his wounds. Okay?
Okay, so you step up and cure his wounds.
That was my favorite.
Yes.
Get some of the heal.
2d8 plus 5.
It's like the barbarian not killing anything. It doesn't make sense.
Yes, I'll swing my arms around. Fine.
13.
Take
Stops the bleeding though,
15
right?
points of health as you're up, Morthos.
And his bleeding is
I
kaput, right?
do nothing except hold my action.
Okay, hold your action.
You don't even thank me?
Sola.
I'm just gonna hold my action.
Okay. Wolfram.
Oh yeah, I'm going over and sweeping everything into my bag.
Which one?
Well, that one first,
You missed
and
that?
then the other one next turn, and the turn after a turn.
So you're going here to. Okay, roll a
That
strength
one's
save.
that one's closer, so I'll do that.
Strength save.
Yeah.
It's gonna take me 3 more times.
0.
These freaking books are heavy! Encyclopedia Britannica? Anthology.
You take.
I failed.
You take 10 force damage.
And he goes
And
down.
you get no books.
Put the papers. And you do collect the papers.
All right, and oh, that's a nice book. And then I got 5 more feet to head towards the other books. But I'm going around the sigil.
Okay. Gal remains. Eli, what you doing?
I need
I'm
the
now
secrets of the
putting.
universe.
I'm putting Thalavar's journal in the bag of holding.
Roll strength save.
Ooh, careful! You don't want somebody that plays with planes journal to go inside another planar bag. You might explode into nothingness.
That's okay. I'll come back in 3 days. 20.
I don't think so.
20. All right.
Hey, I
you
got
take.
another character roll too. We're good.
You take 5 force damage.
Okay.
Okay. You are back in the sigil.
Whoa!
Are you going on the sigil or?
I'm not done yet.
Oh, sorry.
So my action,
Yeah.
if it is my action, because now I searched with my action, I just want to put a book into the bag.
That's a free action.
That's a free action.
Yep. I'll let you stow that away.
And then I want to do what Wolfram did and throw some more in.
He already got everything.
Oh, he did? He got everything but the one book I...
Okay, I'll say for the
Yeah.
sake of thoroughness,
You got a napkin.
he got half and you got half.
Fine.
It's all the papers are taken.
Now I go on this.
Wait, no. I took half with my action and the other half with my bonus action.
Fine. All I was holding the book and
We'll
took
share.
everything.
This is
on.
nonsense.
What's happened?
Okay.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Zeus does nothing. Turn 4 goes by. Jaga.
Yeah, before
Step on the sigil.
Yes, I'm on the sigil as well.
Yeah, before turn 10, I'll be on the sigil.
It is now Yanni's turn.
You're counting in your head.
Things.
Stay still, Kildrick.
Getting into the
I'm only
sigil.
going
You're on the
twice,
sigil already.
right?
Yeah, I'm staying there.
Okay.
It's only been 2
Porthos.
times.
Are you sure?
I'll move
Yeah,
to the
Could be
sigil.
4 times.
Move to the sigil.
Is there any?
Sola.
6 more times.
Or you have 4 more times.
Stay there. Wolfram.
Did that,
Strength save.
did that,
Who's the one in the
Bill, what's his name?
Zeus.
Gil? Did Gil get
Gal?
on his sigil yet?
Gal,
Gal is in
yeah.
the sigil.
Okay. Strength save? Ooh, 18.
We're holding the
Take
elevator.
4 force damage.
I got so many more of these
Is there
saves to
anyone
win.
Seeing outside of this little area.
Wait, did it get?
Perceiving.
No, damage.
That's 30 movement. You're going to dash.
Oh yeah, I'm double moving. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you just run for the bird?
Sweeping it in.
So that's your full movement and action to get there. And it is now Gal, Eli,
Would have
Zeus.
died of the strength save.
Presume Zeus moves up.
Cody
Yeah.
goes, Zeus!
I actually have played.
Bad boy, get over here! You bit Sola, now you're out of the sigil. Get over here!
It was a mistake. Surely you've made one. She looked like a beast for a moment.
They have me pretty angry at Wolfram.
Completely understand that, but it's still not excusable.
Sorry. I'll try to
But you're so cute. Get over here.
try better next time.
Good boy.
Ha! Bully! Ha ha!
And turn 5. Flip up. Go ahead and scoop it all.
Yep.
Okay, you scoop it all up, and as you do, you find buried underneath the books
A creature that bites me.
a mimic.
A mimic.
No.
Yes!
100 damage.
You find a plate of armor.
Oh,
Half
really?
plate, which is buried under the books.
Oh,
carrying it.
Can I even carry that?
It would take you another turn.
Half plate?
You need to roll a strength save. You have not picked up the half plate. You've picked
I
up
haven't
the
ended my
books.
turn here yet. Is that
True.
what it counts as?
Well,
no, go get it.
strength save.
I'll take it all. Oh, I'm rolling this?
Yeah.
Oh, it's at the beginning of my turn? 3.
You take 10 points of force damage.
You're getting down there.
Alright. I'm going to land.
You do not. You have all the books and papers. You do not have the half plate
Oh, why not?
because it was underneath all the papers and it took your action to gather all the papers.
Listen, I was thinking of I was putting the bag at the end and doing this. Oh, I don't need half plate. Fine, I'll just leave it.
Can you
Somebody else
you
want
want
it?
to tell somebody about it?
Hey guys, something nice on that table, but I'm feeling pretty weary.
Okay.
I'll go
Anyone going to get it?
You pick it up with your pinky.
Nice.
Go ahead. Roll out. Strength save.
Nat 20.
20, baby.
You take
I think
5
I just
force
left that
damage,
I'm just
Make your
now
way
actually
back.
taking damage in life.
and you have some half plate.
Nice.
Woo!
That just fits right here like a.
And
button
as
shirt.
you step into the sigil, you are all a part of it, and there is a reverberation in the entire sphere. And you are teleported back into the tower with a smiling Nazruk there watching you. And that's where we'll pick up our
Stab.
episode next session.
Good job, team.
We really pulled it together there.
I meant the chat team, not
Yeah.
you guys.
Oh, you guys, you pulled it together. You made some really good pictures. Jerks.
Alright, so thank you so much for sticking around and watching our adventure tonight. We got to give away a fun little map and some minis. Next week, we are going to be here on Monday. Monday,
The 23rd?
the 23rd
At 7:30?
at 7:30.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Be here.
So we're going to do a
Game
fun
changer.
little Christmas episode.
Thanks for being here.
And we
episode 2.
may or may not end up in the Frostville.
Ah, yes. Going back.
Hello.
Hello.
And so we will hope to see you there.
This sauna.
I am Thomatin. And we will continue our story as we continue. Next Monday night at 7:30 here on Twitch.
Eastern Standard.
Eastern Standard Time as we loot, die, and repeat.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Cheers, everyone.